Gotta wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Dude, why does everyone hate me, dude? This is fucked up. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, guys, what's up, fellas? Dude. End stream, dude. You know what? You're right, dude. Fuck. Why am I even streaming, dude? This is fucked up. Dude, I got like this cool item in like Terraria that's like, what is it called? Like a pointy tentacle spike. It makes them bleed, dude. It's awesome. But anyways, that's not why you're here. You see, God, okay. How do I even like describe this guy? You see, interesting thing with Limus, right, is this guy's not really a commentator from what I gather, which is kind of funny. It's pretty rare that I don't know. Okay, so how I look at ACC, right, is there's a couple ways to split it up. But technically, one that has been covered way less now as a group because they don't really do too much. There's the occasional one every now and then. Is there are, cartoon reviewers or movie reviewers, or media reviewers to be a bit more general, right? Limus, I would say, falls more into that category. Usually back in the day, people would cover people like, what would be a good example? Fuck, what is his name? He had like the orange hair. I can't remember. Ellis Mark. That would be a good example because like Ellis Mark had a whole situation where someone leaked his relationship stuff, and I think it was like Braxton God or whatever. Oh, what the fuck was his name? Or yeah, Just Stop. I think that's what his name was. But yeah, isn't this the person who asked a Has-Been Hotel VA to sign printed paper or something with a thumbnail of the video they made? Well, I'm glad you asked because we're gonna be going into it, dude. You see, we're gonna be going into this pretty roughly. So I want to get into like the petty dramas they've been in, and of course, I want to get into like the document that was made quite recently. Now, I try to like not myself have a call, but like someone I'm associated with. I try to like see if they could call the guy because he already had like them added, like, had her added or whatnot, right? But it didn't work out. It didn't. It's off. It's awful. The evil stream where people are evil. This is true. This is quite true. Dude, I'm literally just bantering right now, dude. Playing Terraria. But yeah, anyways. ACC. How I'd break it up, I would say that there's probably art commentary, AMC, and media reviewers. Media reviewers, I think, is like kind of a stretch, but it's technically still part of it because it's still somewhat within the art. Whenever they have drama, it blows up in the ACC, essentially, which is why I would consider them in that category. But, yeah. You see, so technically, there was one recently that had drama, but we already went over them. It would have been Saberspark. They're not a commentator by any means of the imagination. Neither was KP. But you know what? It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Sometimes we fuck up. Sometimes we're here, dude. We're here to see it. We're here for the support, dude. We get them back up. We don't talk about AMC, dude. God, because I'm not gonna lie, right? I've been trying to look for something a little bit different to cover. Limus doesn't look like a dangerous threat or anything like that from what I've gathered, which is kind of a nice change of pace to have around here because it's like, yeah, they fucked up, but at the same time, dude, you know how insufferable it is like to hear that like every art person just ends up like grooming a kid, and it's like, dude, why is there so many fucking grooming freaks in this community? It's actually really fucking disgusting. But yeah, no, I mean, I've seen darker depths than you could even imagine. It's rough. But anyways, Limus, right? It actually kind of all starts like a couple months ago from what I gather. I only like saw them just because of like they beef with Sai. Did and that I don't know. That there if anything, I didn't really like care too much with that because if anything, it would just like make Sai look like a hypocrite for some of the points. Two things I could think of specifically, but I don't want to spoil because we got to get into it. But yeah, I mean, it's not really meant to be focused on Sai. It's meant to be focused on Limus. But you know what? Yeah, this Terraria was just a banter. Oh, what's up, Goat? What's up, buddy? What are we doing? Well, we're about to watch some Kino, okay? So, this, we're gonna watch some of Gax's videos to, like, catch us up, and then we're gonna have to watch this guy, because I'm not gonna watch a Sai stream, bro. But then, like, then that's, yeah, then this, and then we're gonna go through a document. We got some things. We got some things, all right, pals. We got some things, buddios. Now, let's get into it. All right. Ah, yikes. I didn't read the disclaimer. Fuck. The video was made for entertainment purposes. If you harass anyone I talk about, then you're a sad loser. Also, everything I say in this video is my opinion, and if you disagree with it, then you can scream at the screen about it, lol. Well, trust me, I will be raging. I will be soying out if I disagree. I will be yelling. I want that to be known. But yes, we will be coping and we will be seething. Now let's go.
What is up, my Arabian homies? It is your boy Gax back again with another video about my favorite topic ever, slime.
Yeah.
I just love slime. My favorite activities with slime is playing it, wishing it, eating it, and even playing Super Smash.
You eat slime? Yikes.
Bros Ultimate together. However, despite the fact slimes are a delight to play with, they're also quite toxic and probably bad for you, and also really fucking annoying to deal with, which is exactly how I felt when I learned about a certain YouTuber that went by the name of Limus. Limus is a YouTuber that makes video essays analyzing certain pieces of media, ranging from video games to movies to TV shows.
Oh god, yeah, there was that infamous video that if you ever saw that, like, that thumbnail go around on Twitter with, like, how not to write an abuse victim, well, this is your fella, all right? This is Limus. Gosh, it's lovely to see it all, like, come back together. It's awesome.
Outside, Limus seems like your typical video essay / cartoon YouTuber. But if you were to look at Limus as a person more critically, you start to realize, oh, this is insufferable. So yeah, today I thought we could be talking about the problems with Limus that ranges from their behavior on Twitter to not being able to handle simple criticism without acting like a kindergartner with Asperger's syndrome. So without any further ado, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, grab your sluggish slime ball, sit back and relax, and let's dive right into this slime cockhole.
Read out reckless behavior. Good news. We love that.
Limus is by far one of the most insufferable human beings I have the displeasure of witnessing. When looking at their channel, you can already tell what kind of creator they are, just based on the content alone. But if you were to look at Limus's Twitter, you would start to realize, oh dear god, this fucking slime head is such a weirdo. Let me break it down for you. For those of you who don't spend 90% of your life on this hellscape that we call the internet, about 5 months ago, Limus uploaded their infamous video titled How to Not Write a Victim of Abuse. And just by looking at the thumbnail alone, you would know the video is about has-been hotels, ew, Spider Boy, Angel Dust, and Limus's critiques regarding his writing and how his abuse is portrayed. And ever since dropping this video, Limus has faced backlash from the has-been hotel fandom, which isn't really surprising. I mean, this fandom is filled with 14-year-olds with ADHD. However, though, what is surprising is how Limus has responded to this recent hate, and that's by making a carbon cutout of their—
Yeah, that's what you were referring to. I got the voice actor for Serpentius to sign this. What is this, bro? Dude, what the fuck is this, bro? Dude. Dude, I cannot be fucked. Imagine being like a celebrity. Like, just like, let's up the scales a little bit. Imagine being a celebrity. Someone comes to you, like, with like a movie review that they did on, like, the movie they were in. It was like the worst take imaginable, and they were like, "Can you sign this, please?" It's like, this is so fucked. What's even the reason for this? Like, what is genuinely the reason for this, bro? This is a known, dude. This is a known. Everyone that hated this video, no. You can't hate it anymore because it was signed. Okay, that makes this piece of cardboard I owned worth millions of dollars. What is this for the lols? Dude, better conspiracy. What if Limus signed it and just crafted this whole thing, okay? This is not even real, okay? Limus made this, and then printed it out, took a picture in, like, a warehouse, and just, like, look at this shit. Look at this. Dude, this is so fucking weird. I made this, no one cares, little bro. Dude, this is rough. This is what the trenches look like. At the end of the day, though, If bro didn't want to sign it, could have just said no. No, I get that. It's not, or I'm not like obviously trying to make like a moral argument here. It's just funny. It's just funny. Like, it's just awful. Evil.
Profile picture, wearing it like a mask, and then printing out a picture of their Angel Dust video, and then wearing it like it's a medal of fucking honor. And for some reason that's beyond my understanding, Limus would attend a convention where Vipsy Pop and her crew are present while wearing this fucking shit and having one of the voice actors, Alex Brightman, sign their video. Listen man, as funny as this stunt is, it's still really fucking weird. Like bro, imagine being a voice actor just chilling at the convention, sitting in your booth and signing autographs for fans, and all of a sudden, this weird fucking slime dude shows up wearing the mask and the stupid video around their neck. And
Okay. Yes. Is it weird? Yes. Weird is also morally neutral, bro. Like, okay. As maybe, you know, if we're just like, if this was just a point to like, you know, just look at them and just be like, haha, look, they're so funny to make fun of, right? They're like this, we're pointing and laughing. Fine, fair, you know what, that's fine. But like, this is in the segment called Weirdo and Reckless Behavior. So it's like, how it comes off to me is like you're trying to use this as a genuine criticism, and it's like it's odd, it's unusual, some may say, but like it's not morally egregious. Dude, this is, it's good news. Okay, they got a signature on a piece of cardboard, dude. It's awesome. Fuck me, but you know what? It gets better though. It gets better. I'm sure. This video is dog shit. Fuck you, Kalu. Fuck you. It took me all of 5 minutes to find this.
ask you to sign it. I would deadass be uncomfortable or weirded out by this. Because what the living hell, bro? And Limus, I know you're gonna respond saying, oh, but Alex Brightman wasn't uncomfortable. He was in fact chill, dude. Which, A, no shit, he was chill about it. He was at a convention that was filled with thousands of people attending. He wasn't going to cause a scene, not alone a drama, because of your weird ass behavior. And B, even if Alex had no—
Okay, to be fair, right? When it comes to Has-Been Hotel fans, signing a cardboard box, I don't even think begins to be the top tier of weirdness that these people can display. I think this is like an average Tuesday, if we're considering that, right? Like, I think Limus wearing like a little slimy mask and coming in with a cardboard with like paper taped on it, be like, "Can you sign this?" Yeah, I don't think that begins to even fathom of how weird like that audience could be. So I think honestly, this probably was like a breather for, you know, Brightman. I think they were like, oh, thank gosh, a semi-decent one. They just want me to sign cardboard. What better than fucking signing their face or something like that? Dude. Dude, oh my god. Better. I don't even like want to imagine some of the things that like some of the audience like might ask for. They're odd. They're odd individuals, but we'll keep going. We'll keep it going. We'll be strong.
Problems with it, this is still a really weird thing to do, especially for you who claims to be not a big fan of Vipsy Pop and in fact really hate her work. And I know I'll get comments from people saying, oh Gax, who cares? It's just a whole ass nothing burger, which is fair. The next thing I'm gonna bring up and rant—
Gax, no! Gax! That's fair. You can't mock the argument just to be like, nah, that's fair. Anyways, moving on. Dude. Gax, no! Gax, how could you? You failed us. You fumbled. You were supposed to be the debate bro, the chosen one. But then you fumbled. No. Yeah, nope. He conceded to himself. Bro had one shower thought and it ruined his whole point. Fuck. Anyways.
about isn't a nothing burger, and dare I say it's the most reckless and retarded thing I've seen this slime do. And that would be openly accusing Brandon Rogers of grooming.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that's right, the great Limus would accuse Brandon Rogers of grooming over the most nothing-ass allegations I have ever seen. You see, about a couple of days ago of writing the script, a user has come out with a thread calling out Brandon Rogers.
Okay. Thread about my experience with this one YouTuber voice actor who most of my mutuals most likely know. Also, what's up, Lio? No, you see, I just haven't covered Limus before, so that's why I say new. They haven't like crashed out more than no, they kind of did actually. Maybe we'll get into that actually. But not as big as you think it is. But I hate this dude's mic. Dude, they're an up and coming creator, dude. It's over. But yeah, anyways.
For something. You might be asking what that something is. Well, sadly, I cannot tell you because I myself don't even know what the person in question is accusing Brandon of. Yes, there are screenshots. Most of them are either.
I sadly can't show them right now because the accuser privated their account. Are they still private actually? Let me
Don't even know what that something is. Well,
let me
sadly,
check
I
their
cannot
tag.
tell you because I myself don't even know what the person.
Tank thrust. Okay, dude. Lovely. Let me try looking. Let me try looking for their Twitter. At Tank Thrust. They're still privated, aren't they? I'll see. We'll see if I get in or not. I doubt it. I severely doubt it. But yeah, it's yikes. I would have liked to see it. You see, GXC or Jax. Sorry, I know you by an old name, but you see, Gax. This is why you gotta screenshot the whole thread, bro. This is why you gotta. Okay, you gotta archive it while you still can. But now we're just going off of this. But anyways, we should get evidence for dead ice tracks. Bro had to pick which Twitter to click. Hey. Anyways.
In question is accusing Brandon of. Yes, there are screenshots. Most of them are either cropped out or don't show anything bad happening. Even when showing the full conversation, you can't see that many messages from Brandon or can even verify if it's him. Because for some reason that's beyond my comprehension, the person who made this thread went out of their way to blur out the account's username and profile picture. Why would they do this? I legit don't know at all. Yet despite this thread being very questionable and doesn't.
Dude, you gotta stop eating the mic, bro. Dude, fuck.
Saw any evidence of anything wrong happening, Limus would insist this person.
Okay. I think this is important for everyone to see. And I also think it's important that people know what that grooming comes in many forms and it isn't always sexual. Fuck Brandon Rogers. Okay, dude. Okay. So, you see a vague like Twitter post, right? You see a vague Twitter thread. They're not even claiming it's grooming. From what we gather right now. I'm having to go off of what the information we have. This person's not even claiming it's grooming. And you just throw that word in there also willy-nilly. Right? I mean, from what I gather, it seems like Brandon Rogers could have been a dick to someone. But we don't have any evidence for that. Genuinely don't. And it's a baseless allegation. Or baseless accusation. Okay? So, if you're going to say grooming comes in many forms and isn't always sexual, well, elaborate. All right, elaborate. What form of grooming are you trying to consider it as? It could be technically right by technicalities and semantics, but you gotta elaborate because the internet's gonna have like the common, preconceived notion that grooming would be like prepping a child for sex, considering that is the core definition for it. Are there other ways people could be groomed? Yes, if you go deeper into the definition, sure, right? I think like if we could have that conversation, fine. But you can't just like vaguely say it doesn't have to be sexual and just move on. Like, I hope that there's a follow-up here, because this is super vague, and when you say, right, when you throw in the word grooming with Brandon Rogers, you're calling Brandon Rogers a groomer, and not specifying how, so everyone's gonna, like, come away with this thinking that Brandon Rogers just diddled a kid. Okay, like, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. But yeah. Yeah, anyways. Brandon Rogers didn't do anything. You see, that's my understanding of it. I mean, from what I have here, I can't prove anything with it, but I want to see like the Twitter thread for myself. But I wish on Gags, if I had to give them a criticism, I wish that they archived that and put it in the video before, they privated it. That would have been something I would have done. Maybe they didn't expect they were gonna private it. Fair enough, but still, I would have got it while I still could. But fuck me, man. Dude. Anyways. I don't know. Sounds whiny for criticism. Yikes. Anyways.
Was somehow wronged, even though the thread doesn't showcase that at all. What I've gathered from reading other people's analysis of this.
Oh, so you didn't even... Okay. Gonna make a thread of a few things I find weird about this callout thread, because OP seemingly left out a lot. Actually, can we look at Cheesy Connor? Hold up. They're not privated. Okay. Okay. Let's get to this. Let's get to the bottom of this. All right. Let's get to the fucking bottom of this, boys. We're doing more research, okay? We're doing more research. Yes. Okay. We got their first evidence, tank thrust. They never show Brandon requesting this paid favor and won't even reveal what the paid favor itself is. From going to their Insta, why not just say it here? It seems they were requested to edit the classic acts finale. Okay, let's see. We got what was the paid favor? My pinned post on my Insta somewhat mentions it at tank thrust. Okay. We go here. Look what the dumbass edits got me. I edited for the Class Acts finale. Class Acts and Alex Rimmer are genuinely so important to me. And to be able to say I edited even just a small part for Class Acts is still insane. Thank you so much, Brandon. Does anyone notice I keep editing this caption? It's because I keep switching up what I want this to say. Limphao. Okay, what does this do? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it's a claim without backing. Let's see. They then admit that this, instead of a shout-out, was offered... Okay. Then they then admit that instead, a shout-out was offered instead of payment. Speculation, maybe they didn't want to or couldn't pay a minor for work for how that could be misconstrued, or even admits to accepting the shout-out instead. So far, no wrong. Okay, actually, I could probably, like, think about why. Paying a minor online to do any work is actually, like, really insufferable, just because to have like PayPal and Cash App, you have to at least be 18 plus unless you have like parental supervision. So it is way easier to pay someone like that's an adult rather than like a kid. Because then you could just go directly through them rather than having to be like, hey, I get that you're 16, but and like you can technically legally have a job anywhere else, but can you get your parents to make you an account so I could actually pay you, bruh? So it's like I'm imagining that was probably difficult, and that's why they just offered payment by exposure, which advice, word of advice, don't take payment by exposure, right? Just take it in cash. There's no guarantee that exposure payments are going to actually get you that much. It's not, I would not recommend that. It's basically just increasing more chances of potentially getting paid by actual cash, but it's like, just take the payment by cash if you can. All right, but from what I'm gathering, it looks like the standards changed, or there was talks about it changing. Actually, yeah, here admits to accepting the shoutout instead. So far, no wrong. Okay, so they wanted the shoutout over the payment, is what we're allegedly getting from here. Paying minors for works equals grooming. Yeah, true, real. But then we got... This is complaining that a YouTube reached out to a fan to do some edits, likely because they liked their previous work. OP has been offended by this for some reason, but there's no issue here. Likely just wasn't comfortable paying a minor for anything. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know what these pics are even conveying. If there was actual evidence of this hate from the fandom, I'd have more sympathy, but they never show any actual hate. But even if the hate did happen, this is strangers online, not Brandon himself. Okay. See, I kind of wish I could see more. This gives me a little bit more of a grasp of what's potentially going on, but this doesn't tell me exactly. But I kind of wish I could see a bit more, like how the first one did. Let's see. What is with OP and only showing their messages and blurring every other word? We don't even know if these false claims are really made, but once again, even if they're real, sucks that happened, but not sure why you're whining to Brandon about it. Yeah, why would... Okay. So just to put this into the other side's perspective, you announce you're going to a con, then an underage, potentially over-attached fan DMs you about meeting you and some special gift. Wish we knew more about, but half of it is censored. Itself is censored. What the fuck? The fuck is this all about? What the fuck? Okay, like, see, this is things like this. I would have loved to see more. I would have loved to see more of this. Okay, but no. This person privated, and I'm good at grasp of the reason why they privated is probably because of how much likes this tweets like this got, where they were speculating their story, and it probably was just like treated like dumb because it's so far it sounds dumb. Let's see. Yeah, because you can't control your audience. No idea what the fuck this is about or this one, but whatever. Yeah. Whether due to false claims or real claims, security prevented OP from seeing Brandon. Not gonna lie, just based off the behavior, if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't want to either. Just on the fact that there's some controversy with this person already, and they're a minor. Dude, what the fuck? What? Did you really try to confront them at fucking VidCon? Dude, what the fuck? That's not really private. Dude. Limus pushes the allegations. Yeah, no, like, Limus pushing this is actually mental. But, yeah, let's... Fuck me, dude. That would be a big note from me, just on the basis of not potentially starting any PR disaster. Who knew LP would be the one to try and start it? Okay. And we got... She claims he told fans she threatened his life. What? But we literally have zero proof that A, Brandon told his fans that, or B, that OP didn't threaten his life. The fuck? Dude, this seems like another blame for like an audience behavior from the creator when the creator didn't tell us shit. But let's see. OP nonstop messaging him despite him clearly wanting to distance himself from everything regarding this. Dude, don't tell me this kid was obsessive. Fuck me. OP's friends joked about harming him in a live stream. Okay, and he asked them about it. Seriously, so far, all that seems to have happened is Brandon defending his public appearance and trying to distance himself from this train wreck waiting to happen. Yeah, that's just optics checking yourself. Oops, forgot the link. Okay. OP apparently sent an army of their friends after him to make claims of grooming. OP never even suggested they were groomed, or they didn't pay them, or that he didn't pay them. OP said they agreed to not be paid. How is this a Brandon call-out and not an OP call-out? Dude. Dude. Fuck me. Limus. Dude. See, yeah, the victim didn't even claim to be groomed, and you're pushing it being grooming. Dog. I know we kind of already got that, but like this is even more of a common consensus. But fuck me, but yeah, what was he in the wrong for? Your friends are spamming him with serious allegations that you yourself haven't made. It doesn't take a genius to realize that interacting with you is bad news. Yeah, I wouldn't like take that risk either. This is honestly the worst of OP's arguments, and wow, it's one where the messages aren't blurred. Brandon explains the cons take threats, even jokes, seriously, and prevented your mom from being in trouble. Okay, lol. You claim your mom wasn't arguing with staff, but even if she wasn't, and was some other person, is Brandon supposed to know your family or something? He probably saw a deranged kid and deranged mom and thought of that must be OP's mom. Okay. I don't see how him dodging you and even offering you a refund if the con didn't is this big atrocity like you make it out to be. What? He offered a refund? Why is this a fucking thing publicly aired out? The hell? Seems like you may have deserved it from some of your other messages and behaviors. Okay, let's tread it carefully here. He was watching out for himself. You felt stuck with him. What the fuck does that even mean? He asked you for an edit job in October, and then all the other evidence you've shown has been you being an over-attached fan. If you have proof of him doing anything actually bad to you, please share. Okay, so... God. From editor to parasocial fan. Dude, this is rough, dude. This is actually rough. And it still goes. If these were the main events, then not gonna lie, it doesn't seem like he did anything wrong. He asked to pay you for an edit, found out you were 15, oh god, and wasn't comfortable paying a 15-year-old and offered a shout out instead. You accepted, and then due to your and your friends' actions, you were prevented from seeing him at a con and got offended by it. If you ever reveal any actual evidence against Brandon doing something bad, I'll apologize and take this down, but the looks of things, you're making a deal out of nothing. And this was back in April, so lol. Adding on to the thread with more weird things. Some of the messages are unsent messages, so We don't even know if OP sent them to Brandon. Many of the messages don't show who they are going to. The accounts harassing Brandon all have the exact same length username. Um, Making a 15-year-old what city they're in is absolutely bonkers. No wonder you blocked the account calling you out. Hiring a 15-year-old and not even paying them is low-key insane. A joke has to be funny, and someone claiming they are going to train horses to beat me up isn't that funny. Did you perhaps groom a 15-year-old? When are you going to talk about the Vancouver, though? Pushing 40 and scared of a 15-year-old. Please get serious. Yeah, this is probably the same account. Lol. Yeah, or the same couple accounts. Dude, this is so schizo. My god. I guess I don't know what else I expected from like a minor calling someone out. Oh, this is about Epic Sigma Alpha Wolf edits. Dead. Dead. Fuck you, Yen. But, yeah, no. Okay. That kind of, like, this was very dumb. Brandon Rogers, from what I'm gathering right here, there's not enough to even say he's guilty. So, from what I'm gathering, Limus pushing this and even calling it grooming is mental. That is actually insane. To even call that grooming. Well, how the fuck is that grooming? Wait, is this about Brandon or Limus? That allegation thread was supposed to be about Brandon. But the only reason why we're talking about it is because Limus platformed it and called him a groomer off of that. Which is genuinely mental. That is genuinely mental. But, yeah, anyways.
Bumbling mess of a thread. Apparently, this is what
back to
happened.
the
Brandon
beautiful
reached
bike.
out to the person, asking them for an edit for kind of a boss, and he offered to pay the person. But after finding out the person was 15, Brandon instead offered a shout out as payment. And after that was done, Brandon would ignore or just not respond to the user anymore. And that's it. That's all that happened. Yet this retarded liquefied of AIDS thinks Brandon is in the wrong and thinks the user is a victim. A victim of what exactly? I don't fucking know. Bad communications?
Yeah, literally
Maybe.
nothing
Brandon
happened.
being kind of a dick? Perhaps, but who knows? What we do know is that Brandon hasn't done anything wrong or anything that's illegal in this interaction. At least nothing that would be considered grooming, yet this slime tart thinks otherwise. And when people rightfully criticize Limus for this shit, for making false assumption, you know what Limus' response was?
What is
I
Limus?
believe the victim over the abuse.
People getting upset for me for choosing to believe the potential victim first and not the abuser will never make sense to me. Oh my god, Limus, are you... What victim? What victim? Did you even read? Do you have basic critical reading skills? Do you have, like, an IQ or brain, like, in your head? Do you have an IQ above, like, 80 at least? What the fuck are you on about? I fucking hate this argument, right? Because believe all victims, I've talked about this before, right? Believe all victims has a severe and serious flaw, all right, when you get into this stuff. Because when you do this, right, when someone claims to be a victim, right, it's not, we're going to believe them to be safe, because if they end up being one, then we were right, and if they end up not being one, then at least we played it safe. No, you didn't play anything safe. No, because what ends up happening, right, with a false accuser scenario, right, the person who was false accused would be a victim of false accusations. So you unironically would have like believed the abuser or the aggressor in this situation, right? I'm talking about this in general standpoint, not to this specifically. But if you're honestly going to believe a false accuser because they framed themselves as a victim, they end up being a false accuser, that means you supported and aided an abuser and helped go against a victim and helped harass a victim because that person did nothing wrong. Now, in this case, I would be a little bit more lenient with calling, like, because I don't know if I want to call this kid, like, an abuser or anything like that. I think it's definitely slander. It's definitely, like, critical, like, a thing or something to be critical of. But it's very clear that this is a very parasocial 15-year-old kid that was just a fan and that got, like, that took them over. I'm not going to be too hard on a 15-year-old here. I think it's stupid. They probably shouldn't have, like, they probably shouldn't really be on the internet that much if this is how they ended up going with it or how they use their platform. But that's, like, very basic criticism anyways. But when it comes to labels, I'm not going to give them any heavy label because it's a 15-year-old that had, like, a parasocial connection. But the point is, in a isolated scenario, when it comes to believing all victims, I mean, there's a good chance that you're just flipping a 50-50 and just harassing the victim because you believe the other person is one. That you didn't play it safe. You didn't defend a victim. You defended an abuser. Like, I think, I know, like, this, some people, like, overuse this one, right? Some people overuse this one, sure. but quite an what is it, Amori or whatever the fuck, Orion, right? People believed Orion right away. You know what happened to Quite? 2 weeks they were getting death threats, people threatening to kill, people threatening to kill them, people harassing them for 2 weeks straight, calling them a rapist and slandering Quite, right? That is exactly what happened during that time, and it was a believe all victims, and a lot of them had to walk it back because Orion was a liar. They abused, all right, but but right, Quite was the victim in that situation. Orion definitely had issues, but they were a false accuser. They were a chronic liar, pathological liar, and they sent genuine harm to someone. Quite would have been the victim of that behavior. So you didn't believe all victims. You aided abusive behavior. Like, that's why I hate that mentality being used online, because you can't just like go in and pick a side right away. That's so stupid. That is genuinely so stupid, because no one like wants to like apologize too when they aid abusive behavior. And when I say it like that, I know it sounds like a dick thing to say, but that's just what it is. No one wants to call it like that. They much rather say I played it safe and just believed what I thought was a victim, right? They don't want to say for what it is. You aided an abuser or abusive behavior because you didn't want to have critical thinking skills and listen to both sides of the story. That means you were a part of like this person getting abused and harassed. But they don't want to frame it like that because they don't want to think that, oh God, they fucked up. No, they don't want to do that. So Limus, you unironically supported like hate being sent to Brandon Rogers and slander, making Brandon Rogers like a victim of this slander. I would say definitely there is a victim of this slander and hate and like these death threats, and you were a part of that because you didn't have the critical thinking skills to sit there and be like, you know what? Maybe I should hear both sides, or at least, read fully to see what's going on here. No, you didn't do that. You just right away just said it was grooming, just not sexual, and just try to move on. No wonder why you got fucking no wonder why you got pressed on that shit. Also, donate. I vote Ace sings Animal I Become. Yeah, maybe I will if it gets to the goal. Thanks, Yen, for the 2. But yeah, quite this, quite that. Be quiet and play the vid. Okay, buddy. Okay. Not to mention these types of arguments, movements can also boost gender wars, and that's a whole new can of worms to open. Yeah, no, I just really don't like the believe all victim mentality, because sometimes you're not believing them. You're believing the opposite side just because they claim to be one. Do you understand how dumb that is? To just believe someone at their word just because they're talking and framing themselves as like someone who's been hurt. People are good at that sometimes. People are good at masking. I'm not saying to instantly be like, to just doubt all victims. No, that's not what I'm saying. Go in there, take their word with caution, okay? Don't say call them a liar, but also don't actively support it yet either. You want to hear their side, and then you hear the others. And then you kind of see between the two which one happened, like which one's lying, which one's makes more sense, which one doesn't add up, and then go from there. That is how you're supposed to make these decisions. I'm a victim of A-Space. How about you shut the fuck up, Yen? But yeah, most of the time, the believe all victims people only stand by that when the person accused happens to be someone they don't like. See Saberspark. Yeah, unironically, that was a person recently we covered too. Believe victims with any amount of genuine proof. Real. But yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Oh fuck. I should be watching more of the video. Here we go.
Sir.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Of course, you gotta believe the victim over the abuser. However, though, in this scenario, there was no victim in the first place, or an abuser. It's just that Brandon didn't respond to the user. That's all that happened. So I don't understand where Limus got this insane assertion that Brandon ruined this person. And good luck trying to confront him about it, because the moment you bring this up to Limus,
hold on, I want to read some of these
Brandon
screenshots.
ruined this person. And good luck trying to confront him about it, because the moment
People getting upset at me for choosing to believe that... No. I know they had their reasons to question the victim's statement, as some things seemed intentionally left out or don't add up. There was a whole thread for that alone. In less than 24 hours, fans harassed the OP so much to the point they had to private their account. Fuck them. I mean, you could say fuck them, but that's not Brandon Rogers. Brandon Rogers didn't sick these people on them. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I get that. If you want to be bad at them, sure, that still doesn't excuse what you did. I mean, hell, like I said, you were a part of like sending a harassment and like to Brandon Rogers, who was getting like a plethora of death threats and being called and slandered a groomer. Okay, you were a part of that. We'll all willy nilly.
You bring this up to Limus, you're going to
What was the art? I don't know. Again, my summary is probably inaccurate. I'm still trying to process all the new information. But what I do know for sure is that what I do know for sure is that Brandon is in the wrong. What do you mean? Why do you think he's in the wrong when you can't prove this is true? Dog, this isn't my story to tell. Stop talking to me like I'm the one presenting the evidence. I'm just sharing what I've seen. Are you a fucking idiot? I mean, I ask that rhetorically. Are you serious? You're not even bending the knee? No, you know what? Sure, it's not your story to tell. I want you to tell me how Brandon Rogers paying someone in exposure consensually and then not like interacting with them after that, right, is abuse or a tactic of grooming. I want you to explain that. Genuinely. Genuinely. You don't get to just like slime your way out of this, alright, little slimy cretin. Alright, you don't just get to like weasel your way out of this. Fuck. Fuck me, dude. Dude, this is awful. Can't even take accountability for your own mistake. Dude, that's ridiculous. But why do you believe the story? If someone said you groomed them, would we have to believe them too? Oh my god. I mean, by your own logic, this is another thing that you put yourself in. If you get allegations, if you set the standard of believe all victims, you set a perfect standard of false accusers against you, and then by your own standards, everyone has to believe the false accuser because believe all victims. All right, and you fuck yourself over. And what blows my mind is like there will be people that will hold that standard, get false accused of something, and still hold that standard and not see the issue with it. I don't know. You just can't cure stupid, dude. Like, fuck me. Fuck my life. But yeah. Yeah, anyways.
dismiss it or act like the user got wronged or just won't even bother to properly address it because Limus cannot handle criticism.
Held criticism. Nice. Cat held. Nice one. Nice one, Gax.
Limus doesn't like being criticized, which I know is a bold assumption to make, but if you were to see how this slime bits responds to criticism on a daily basis, you would understand why I'm saying this. Limus's most common responses to criticism is either to dismiss the criticism about them or try to discredit the person who's criticizing them. The example of Limus not being able to handle being criticized is when someone called them out for accusing Brandon Rogers of grooming, and when asked why Limus thinks this, they responded saying, "Dog, this isn't my story to tell. Stop talking to me like I'm the one presenting the evidence. I'm sharing what I've seen."
Are you retarded?
Limus, come here. Just come here.
You're the one who brought it up.
Not once, and I mean not once, in this bumbling mess of a thread did the user accuse Brandon of grooming. Yet somehow, in the endless sea of multiversy bullshit, you came to that conclusion, and when people rightfully criticized you for it, you chose to dismiss them or tried covering your ass by saying, "I believe the victim over the abuser," or "It's not my story to tell, dog." Dear lord, you belong in an asylum. And this isn't the only example of Limus dodging criticism either. Just a couple of days ago, Limus would get into a class with Lily Orchard's #1 lover, Sai Scribbles.
Hi. It's been a while, Sai.
Here's some context. Sai is a YouTuber slash streamer who got big by streaming slash making multiple videos on Lily Orchard.
Who is a fucking degenerate?
And I gotta say, I respect the grind. Like, deadass, I would not make this much content on one person.
Yeah?
If I tried to do that, I would literally just be in an asylum by now. But yeah, back on top.
Don't you make lots of videos on Parlo, buddy?
Sai would launch a stream where she pokes fun slash criticizes Vipsy Pop's hate them, which I am proudly a part of. Anyways, in the stream, Sai would watch Limus's infamous video about how Angel Dust isn't a well-written abuse character, and Sai spent a ridiculous amount of time dismantling Limus's video. And how did Limus respond to this? Playing victim. Limus claimed
Absolute trash, yeah. To summarize her chat, despite being told what my pronouns were multiple times by both Sai and Super Chats, which are pinned to the chat, were purposely misgendering me and degrading me. Sai did not care, which isn't surprising given her views on pronouns. Oh, Lol.
that Sai's chat kept on misgendering them, which I would like to point out that not only is Limus as small as
Wait a minute. Sai. Misgendering is transphobia, and transphobia is alt-right, and alt-right is Nazism, so Sai's a Nazi! What the fuck? Dude! We got him. We got her. We got her. Guys, we... Caught in 4K. Yep. We got him.
creator. Also, the fact they're not very well known, so of course no one would know you or what your preferred fucking pronouns are. But also, if you were to go to their channel, it doesn't even state what they go by at all. Oh, yeah, but their Twitter and Blue Sky does. Well, yeah, but again, Limus isn't well known, so you can't really have people expect to know what the fuck you go by, considering the amount of made-up pronouns that are being made today. Anyway,
Okay, lol. I mean, if it was said, if it was in the chat, okay, then I think it is fair to say, okay, you know what, like, if there were super chats being given to Sai of, like, what the pronouns were, then they had, like, more than enough opportunity to respect them. All right, we're not going to pretend that they didn't. But, yeah. But, yeah, fuck.
I would respond to this, calling out bullshit on Limus' tweet. Realizing this tactic didn't work, Limus then proceeded to shove their hand up Sai's butthole and pull out the holy grail of bullshit, which is accusing Sai of being racist.
Yeah, dude, not that. It's avid, it's avid, bro.
So yeah, Limus replied by posting an out-of-context screen.
Yeah, we've talked about these before. Only reason why I would even care about it, I mean, dude, you could have just said N-word, I guess, if, like, you don't like the word, right? Because, like, they're talking about how this word is, like, worse than other slurs. Only reason why I would even care about it is if Sai subscribed to the ideology that saying a word makes you of that hate group, because they did that to Limus. Limus said queer, and Sai was like, oh, you're a homophobe. So, because of that, you subscribe to the ideology that simply stating a word makes you a homophobe. Right, like, well, simply saying queer makes you a homophobe. So technically, if we flipped your own standards onto you, you saying any of these slurs would make you a racist. Like, that's just, I mean, it's not just the N-word you say, it's the C word for Asians and the slur for, that's more commonly used in the UK, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what target, like, group of people it's used against. But again, it's racist, okay? It's not even spelled right, the fuck? But it's racist, okay? That's the point. If you subscribe to the ideology that simply saying the word makes you racist and a part of that hate group, then by your own standards, you would be a racist, a full-blown racist. I mean, you can't get enough of saying it. Holy fuck me, whoa. No, but, like, that's the only reason why I would even, like, bring it up, because it's more or less like a hypocrisy thing than it is, like, yeah, like, than, you know, like, a thing, because it's, like, at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm not gonna, like, you know, go around, I mean, fuck it, man. Some people, like, come to my streams and say the word, dude. I'm not going to go around and, like, purity test. That's not me. I'm not a group that's affected by that word, so I'm not going to act offended for the word. Because I'm not doing that. Like, that's just not me. Okay? I'm not going to act like I'm offended by a word that doesn't target me. Alright? That would be a bit odd, and I feel like that would come off as performative to some people, because that's just not what I'm going to do. Alright? That's just to be fully blunt. Alright, it's like with saying queer, right? Even though I think it's weird to call Limus a homophobe for saying queer, considering that they go by she, they, and are LGBTQ themselves. I mean, so technically they should be able to reclaim the word, so I think it's a bit weird for you to call them a homophobe, but last I checked, you don't have any melanin in your body, so you saying any of these words is actually fucking... Fuck me. Fuck me. But yeah, no, it is what it is. Never seen this before in my life. Yeah? Yeah, yet? Yeah, buddy? Yeah, you've never seen this before in your life? Dude, you know what, Yen? This kind of reminds me of something. You know, this reminds me of something. You know, this reminds me of something, Yen. You know what it reminds me of, Yen? Oh, actually, this is actually pretty sick. What the fuck? That's awesome. No, but you know what this reminds me of, Yen? It kind of reminds me of this awesome tweet you made. Just own it, lol. Speaking of choice words, Sai, why didn't you own using the N-word behind closed doors? Except that never happened, lol. Yikes. Dude, they're in denial. They're in denial. It's over. It's over. No. Dead. Yeah, Sai to do skin. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. Limus is an interesting person, but they definitely both have different controversies and both different reactions to drama, I would say. But yeah, it's evil. It's evil stuff. Okay, evil stuff is happening. But yeah, anyways, right? I I mogged Yen too much. Okay, we can't be mogging Yen on an A Space stream. This is awful. But yeah, but yeah, we got Yen in a lie. Never seen it before. Yeah, fuck you. I'm kidding. But anyways.
Screenshot of Sai saying the N-word. I'm gonna be dead ass with you. I don't care what Sai does or say, but this screenshot is just them censoring the word, so I don't know what you're going with here. But another thing, this discourse isn't about Sai being racist. It's about you, Limus, not being able to take criticism. And instead of responding to Sai or just ignoring them, you instead decided to act petty and post this screenshot with no context at all. And when Sai did reply to you with the context, you just
Alright, did Limus private conversation where the person I was talking to had just said the N-word isn't worse than any other slurs, and I was arguing it is by comparing it to how people use queer right now, and he leaked this after I cut him off for his homophobia, and you responded by repeating a bunch of other slurs. Got it. You gonna actually address the criticisms of you? If it's coming from you, no. Dude, Limus, you look at it like an idiot. Dude, they're made for each other. Fuck me. Dude. But yeah. I mean, cut this out after I cut him off for his homophobia. Dude, like that, again, that's why it would be a hypocritical thing for you, Sai. Like, if saying, like, queer as, you know, a person that can reclaim that word is too much for you to handle, then you saying other slurs that are racist to other groups of people, right? That could make you deemed a racist, but you don't agree with that sentiment despite it being your own standards. It's mind-blowing to me, even. But yeah.
act smug about it and just fucking refuse to address the criticism. And when Sai tried to make you respond to it,
So you're just admitting you can't take criticism even though I demonstrated thoroughly how your takes were dog shit and you just want to hate on a female showrunner. The fuck? Where did that come from? I don't take criticism from TERFs. Sorry. Dude. Fuck me.
you instead dismiss them and just say, if it's coming from you, then no. Which is just a petty move. Like, this just shows you how much of a sensitive slime bitch Limus really is. Throughout this whole discourse, every time.
And you respond by reading... Oh, I forgot. You decided I'm an extremist who wants trans people in death camps because I said no one is going to humor its and dull pronouns in the real world. Great excuse to dodge criticism. That's because there is only one type of turf that exists. You are so very smart. Yeah, sure. Cool story. Have you ever taken criticism in your life? Or do you... Yeah, Sai? Yeah?
Sai tries to make Limus address the criticism.
Yep. Anyways. Your life, or do you just scrape for reasons to dismiss your critics every time? That's a cool question you got there, Sai. That's a really cool question you got there. But yeah, then we got Limus saying, oh, I do. I just don't listen to people who are fine calling me and other slurs on how to run my channel. Lol, no, the fuck you don't. You can't even accept you put someone in an awkward position at their job for internet clout. You cannot be... Oh my god. Sai, did you really take that seriously? The fucking sign my cardboard paper? There is no way you deadass took that seriously. No. No. Why would you? No. Dude, there's no way you took that seriously, bro. There's no way you did. That was so unserious. So what? They got an autograph from a voice actor, bro. Who gives a shit? Okay. Who actually gives a shit? Fuck me.
Limus would dismiss them by being condescending or just being an insufferable smug tard. Like, if you dare try to criticize this slime cow, they either would dismiss it, act smug about it, or try moral stand you, or try to discredit you by pulling out some random bullshit to make you look bad. This is what Limus does all the time, and it's just really tiring and frustrating to deal with. Limus, if you're watching this video,
Which you probably are, let's be honest.
then do us all a favor. Take a damn break from the internet permanently, because just seeing you acting like a condescending 14-year-old tard with Asperger's syndromes, this makes me want to shoot a wine bottle with a fucking RPG.
Conclusion? Go.
So in conclusion, Limus is a cringe, stupid slime. And I do hope that they improve themselves somehow by taking a long, deserved break where they self-reflect on their actions and realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't be this cringe or just plain out insufferable, but who knows. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video. Big shout out to these beautiful people that helped me making this video by providing this.
Oh, okay. So Sai helped with the video. Lolo Fox did. Ultra Marcus Strange. I'm not really surprised. I've heard that when it came to Limus, Sai would go around to ask people to cover them, just because it was a person they didn't like. So I'm really not surprised that Sai had like a hand in this. I've actually been told by other people that they had like a hand in this coverage, anyways. I mean, you could take that whatever. It's not like recommending someone to cover someone is not wrong. I'm just not surprised. It's whatever. It's cringe. But yeah.
Screenshots I needed, because I gotta say, it would have been difficult to make this video without the screenshots that I need to prove my points, because
Dude, anyways. So, we had that video, but going in chronological order. You guys want to watch another video from the same guy? Dude, we got this. We got this. Okay. Also, I mean, you all gotta like up and sub, dude. This is awesome news. This is good news. Okay. We are having fun. None of these people are morally good. They're just cringe. This is why I could watch from like the sidelines and enjoy this. Because if everyone's a little bit of an idiot, then yeah, we're having fun. Okay. Bruh, I hear you on stream. What do you mean by that? Dude, what the fuck are you on about, dude? Lol? Am I like echoing or something? Is that what they mean? Hold on. Bruh, I hear you on stream. What do you mean by that? Okay, no. No, anyways. Anyways, here we go. Yeah. God. Yeah, this is the next video. We got this, guys. We got this. More coverage coming through the gates. Ace not involved in drama. That's a first. Hey, Yen. Shut up. You're making me sad. Okay. It's fine having fun. Dead. No. We're having a great time. 1 week after the release of the Limus video. Hopefully we get to see some spurgouts and coping. Actually, Yen, if you want to hop in VC with me, we could watch this. If you want, but you're probably EP sleepy, so I'll just watch the video.
oh wow, this video is doing really good. I honestly didn't expect it to do that good. The like to dislike ratio isn't too bad either. I expect it to be at least 50%, but hey, this is a massive W. I should probably watch the video as well, just to see what people liked about it.
A few minutes later,
has responded to this recent hate, and that's by making a carbon cutout of their profile picture, wearing it like a mask, and then printing out a picture of their Angel Dust video, and then wearing it like it's a medal of fucking honor.
Dead. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Dreamer? I'm gonna go in emo call-ins. Anyways, yeah, and if you want to join, make it snappy, buddy. Okay, if not, then get the fuck out of my house. Anyways, let's get back into the coverage, dude. I've been waiting for this. I've been dying to get back into that. Give me 5 minutes? Yikes, I don't need you, it's just funnier.
Okay, this is good so far. Gotta say, this might be one of my finest bring up and rant about isn't a nothing burger, and dare I say it's the most reckless and retarded thing I've seen this slime do. And that would be openly accusing Brandon Rothers of grooming. What the fuck happened to the mic quality? It wasn't like this in the editing process. How the hell did this happen? Oh my god. 2.8 thousand people saw this video. 2.8 thousand
Dude.
people saw this. Oh fuck. How did this get
Post my
130
clarity.
likes? How did that even happen? Oh lord. Oh no 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 no. I can't have this. Oh god, I have to make a remake. I have to make a sequel. Gerald, get the screenshots. We're making a sequel.
What the fuck is this?
What is up, my Arabian homies? It's me, your boy, Gax, back again
Dead.
with another video, this time without a loud-ass mic screeching your ears. I hope so anyways. If there's still some mic issues in this video, I'm really sorry. Here's some goat cheese to make up for it. Anyways, I decided to make this video for two reasons. One, you guys wanted it, and two, the people I worked with in the previous video weren't that happy that I didn't bring up the other issues about Limus that's worth bringing up. So just for their sake, and a bit of redemption to me, I will bring up the issues in this video. So without any further...
Dude, I was so tripped out. I was like, why is Limus using that as like a sound filter? Okay.
Hi.
Dude, this is bad news, bro.
This is good news, actually.
No,
There we
because
go.
apparently they're only like really making this part two because requests from audience and
Oh yeah.
and their buddies who gave him the research to opt this person, you know, they weren't too happy. Okay,
Interesting.
yeah, they weren't too happy that they left some things out. But yeah, you know,
Oh
Here-
boy, oh boy.
yeah, you ready for this?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
ado,
Also,
have
hi,
your snacks, your drinks, and your Limus U2s. Sit back and relax, and let's dive into this slimy abyss that is Limus' circus.
Dude, this is awesome.
So, to start
Good
this
news.
section off, I would like to bring up Limus' apology they made on Blue.
Okay, I owe everyone an apology. I spent the last several months constantly responding to any sort of negative comments relating to me, and it's led to a lot of further conflict. I deleted my Twitter account, and along with that, I'm going to be less active in general. Limus, no! No!
No. They
So-
totally
After they
didn't crash out in Falky's comment section.
Yeah, that definitely didn't happen, but anyway.
They
No.
accused Brandon Rogers of grooming and getting into a catfight with Sai.
Yeah, okay, we saw
In this
Bounce in light mode. Urgh.
apology, Limus is apologizing for the whole mishap that they made on Twitter, which is a good thing. Is what I would say if it wasn't for the fact that Limus quoted their apology, and outright stated their apology is for their fans.
I'm annoyed that I have to specify this. This apology isn't directed towards the people criticizing me. It's
Oh,
directed
God.
towards my followers and fans having to put up with me.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, but like, only for you guys.
Dude,
For having to watch me crash the fuck out.
dude, this is fucked up, dude. Like, it's just for the oomphs, okay? This is for the
Oh
mutes.
god. Don't say that. That word. I recently learned what that word meant. I hate it.
Dude, this is fucked up, bro.
My oomps, my comfies.
Yeah, you know, I don't even. Why would you even say this? You could have just left it at that and moved on. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I knew about this earlier, but anyways, moving on.
Opening up with them, and not for the people that are being critical of their childish behavior.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah,
Yeah?
so Limus isn't sorry for A, acting like a dumbass, and B, falsely accusing Brandon Rogers of grooming, which, by the way, when I confronted them in their comment section,
Oh, you had a conference. Let's see. Are you going to address the
Ooh.
Brandon situation, Limus? Who are you
Mogged.
again?
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, bro, fucking little bro'd them. What the hell?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Are
That's
you going
crazy.
to address the fact that you falsely labeled Brandon Rogers for grooming? What do you want me to say that I haven't already said? What exactly did you say? Did you apologize for your fuck up? Dude,
Hello?
dude, I don't know why Gax would willingly show them getting absolutely mogged by LimusTSlime in the comment section. Dude, this is
But it's funny.
yeah, this is good news.
in their recent video about it, they fucking doubled down. Limus responded by just doubling down and stating
Oh god. Sorry for
Oh,
being nosy, but what are the allegations? Brandon Rogers contacted a 15-year-old and manipulated them into free commission work? That's all you need to know? That's just not what happened.
Yeah?
That's just...
That's all you need to know. Don't dig deeper,
No,
okay?
please,
Don't dig any
please.
deeper.
No. Wait, please
Don't look at my Twitter.
Please don't look. Dude, that is so malicious. Dad. So thank you so much for telling me. I will not be asking more info because one, I'd like to sleep, and two, from the looks of it, they're not the one who should apologize here.
Lol.
Dude, this is a great reason. Oh,
Sweet.
dude, I just realized the PFP is Kirby with a knife. Dude, this is great detective work here, all right? They asked Limus themselves about the mistake they made. It was like, you know what? Fuck it. That's it. All right, Gax, you can fuck off now. Okay. No more need.
You're done.
My work here is done. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude. Fuck me. But yeah, anyways.
That Brandon manipulated the 15-year-old to make an edit for him. Which is not what happened. But Limus refuses to let this narrative go, and I don't know why or how they came to that conclusion. I'm gonna guess either they misunderstood the thread they read, or Limus is actually really brain dead, and they can't tell what actual grooming looks like. I am convinced Limus is either being purposefully malicious with pushing this narrative, or they actually think this to be true, which again, I don't know how they came to that conclusion. Because if you read the thread yourself, which sadly you can right now, the owner is currently on private, you would see so many holes and just nothing wrong going on in the screenshots. But then again, it's not really surprising to me that Limus just refuses to accept they're actually wrong, because, say it with me folks, Limus cannot handle criticism.
Limus is sensitive. Uh-oh. Dude, we're getting into the real stuff. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, this... Fuck me. Keep in mind, I just want all this to be in context. You see, that would have been the aftermath of your video, though. So it's like, I'm wondering what your buddies got mad at you for not including. I mean,
Interesting. I'm also interested in what buddies. Or which buddies.
From what I've been
and why.
told, take this with a grain of salt. Apparently, Sai gave them all the information because they wanted more people to go after slime, like Limus. Now, how I feel about that, if I did treat that as the case or an isolated scenario, I don't necessarily see anything wrong with recommending a topic, but I mean, we've seen them do this with Falgi, like where they like gave them Limus. It's like, yeah, you should cover this guy. You should cover this guy more. Yeah, definitely. But it's like, I guess Sai kind of has like a tendency to try to like throw their targets at other people, so that, like, you know, more commentators could like kind of like their soldier, their network could go after their ops.
Their soldiers.
Yeah, it's like, okay, dude, fuck me, but. Does that make it wrong?
I don't know.
I mean, not wrong to recommend a topic, but if you're maliciously framing something to someone and making them worse than they actually are, then that would be an issue. But the only reason why I'm like also taking this with a grain of salt, because like we're about to watch a third video about this guy after Limus's response, and Gex like apologizes for things that they fucked up with. So
Interesting. I mean, it does like I'm not gonna say it is Sai because we don't know, 100% right. But if you're recommending a topic to someone and providing information, I think it's a bit weird to be like annoyed that's like, or be like to the point of like the pushing the creator to make another video to include the stuff that you want included. Make your own video. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't know. That's like, it's like a less of a criticism, like in reality, but it rubs me a little bit the wrong way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So a couple things I'll say here. One thing we can 100% confirm Sai was a source. I mean, at the end of the last video.
Oh yeah, I know
Gex,
it's one of the sources.
Yeah, Gex like, you know, credited them and said that they got screenshots and information from them. How much they got from them, we don't know. We don't know their intentions with it. Could have just been like a simple pat in the back of a recommendation of a topic. We don't know. But based on how I've seen it with others, I'm not sure. But as well as like with Sai covering him, or covering her, right? Limus here, right? Limus was covered by Sai in a stream or so, like a couple streams, but more about their like media reviews, nothing to do with their controversies, from what I gather. But there has been hotel review. So about like the angel dust. So yeah, that's pretty much as far as we got. And they also take like the fucking stupid like signing cardboard thing seriously. Like it's like, dude,
I'm not gonna. I think that's funny.
It's like, yeah,
I think that's really fucking funny.
Yeah, it's funny. I was saying like that's definitely not going to be the weirdest thing you see from a Has Been Hotel fan at a Comic-Con or like in a video.
Oh yeah, please Sai my rose toy is probably one of the things you'll see at a Comic-Con. Like, people are deranged. That's why I never go to those events.
Someone's scaring me right now. They're saying to check my Twitter notifications.
Oh no.
I'm scared.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have this already. Don't worry.
Oh.
I have this. This is
okay.
this is on the topic. This is on the topic. We'll go over this, but now we know who made it. Lol.
God damn it.
That was.
Dude, I thought this would be like a topic where it's like I was already like, okay,
Oh no,
there's a
trust
bit
me,
of a
trust
grooming
me.
allegation
No,
here.
no, trust
Okay,
me.
maybe we're
Trust me.
free. Maybe we're
Trust me.
free.
Trust me. Trust
I'm
me.
trusting you. Okay.
Yeah, kidding. Trust me. It'll
I
be
thought we were
interesting.
free.
Yeah, we're free chains. But no, anyways, let's keep watching this banger video.
So this is a point I made in my previous video with the wrong word in the fucking transition slide. Seriously, I'm an
Yeah.
A+ student in English and I cannot tell the
Yeah.
difference between held and handle. Are you fucking kidding me?
You didn't even
What the
spell it
actual
right
hell
there.
is-
I think that was on purpose.
No,
I think that's...
we gotta get Gaxon call right now and confront them.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with me? 2,000 people saw this shit. How the hell did it get this many likes? How? How? Fucking how? Anyways, I want to
Yeah?
expand more on this point a bit further while also providing more examples of Limus being a bit of a sensitive little bit. Example uno. A while ago, an artist posted this fan art relating to Sonic, and Limus saw this post and quoted it by saying, thinly disguised homophobia in the form of ship art. Love to see.
How? What do you mean?
Homophobia. Let's decipher this image. What could they mean?
This person's definitely a cuck, but
Yeah.
like, or got cucked or cheated on, to be more fair. But like, how do you look at someone getting cheated on? It's like, oh yeah, this is homophobia. Yeah, all cheating is homophobic behavior. As you can see, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
That's so random.
This is so stupid. Yeah, whatever, whatever.
Which is a very strange thing for them to say over a piece of art for the funny blue hedgehog man. Then again, I'm not that big into Sonic, nor do I know that much about the lore and the characters that well. So if you guys know the context behind this piece of art and why Limus is offended over this, feel free to comment down below. But anyways,
It's probably because there was like a gay headcanon or in something like that, and they made
Probably.
it straight. But like, I'm gonna be so real. There's not really any confirmed relationships in like the Sonic universe, so it's like that's really
Yeah,
just what it
I
is. A
mean-
headcanon.
I mean, the hashtag says something about Whisper X something, and it's like, who the fuck is that? I've played some. I've only played Sonic Riders and Colors. I don't know what the hell they're on
You were
about.
doing something with Riding Sonic, but anyways.
Limus
Shut the
received a lot of
fuck up.
criticism about their quote tweet because honestly it just seemed unnecessarily rude, and Limus responded to this backlash by saying, I'm noticing a lot of people upset over me saying this are either bigots, pedophiles, or both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
If you disagree with me, you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
But like a racist one. See, it's even worse now. Fuck me. Why? Why?
fucked.
Linus, no. Linus, no. Why? How could you? Fuck. Dude. Okay, dude, you cannot say in my chat Sneeko reference to that image, bro. You were actually evil. Dude, anyways.
What are you saying, man? What are you saying? What is he saying?
I don't know what made you say that or think that, but you know what, Limus? Go for it, I guess. Anyways, the original creator would later respond to Limus' sketch post by saying, what was a personal joke with a friend when I literally had 20 followers got out of hand. And Limus responded with, it's still really weird. To which someone replied to
Okay.
Limus disagreeing with them, and of course, in typical snowflake fashion, Limus responded
Thanks, allocations. I don't really care what you have to say, dude. You just called, dude.
That's awesome.
Don't be basic. Be like Limus. Call something homophobic. Call anyone who disagrees with you a pedophile, and then just call everyone else wrong when there's factual evidence, dude. Fuck me. What the hell is Limus? Dude, they're awesome. This is a good person,
I'm gonna make something evil. This would be awesome.
dude. Limus is good
Yep.
people, dude.
Yeah, they're a real good judge of character.
Anyways,
by saying, thanks,
Allocations.
I don't really care what you have to say.
Why you gotta be such a bitch?
I don't understand
Yeah.
why Limus is being a bitch over this Sonic drawing. Then again, I'm not that much aware of the Sonic lore, but for now, this just seems really iffy as fuck and completely, unnecessary from Limus. Example 2. After deleting their Twitter for being a bumbling idiot and making an apology that was so mad it made me want to choke on a tree bark, Limus received many harsh critiques for how they acted on Twitter, like how they would get into every single childish argument.
oh my god, okay. I'm blocking you just to say this, but can you please stop pretending like you care about my image? You have gone out of your way to take a moment of vulnerability from me during one of my now deleted streams to generate more heat against me. Stop talking about me. Yeah, lol. In her second most recent stream, she had a full-on real talk at the end where she, among other things, talked about being very insecure about the work she does online, being insecure and defending her stuff like it's holy, and searching yes men often go together. I really think she's just creating her own downward spiral by not moving on from the has-been vid. She needs therapy badly. Yeah?
Yeah. Interesting take.
Yeah, public take, get owned, mogged? Anyways.
known to mankind and falsely accusing people of grooming and all that other bullshit. And anytime someone tries to bring that up to Limus or try to critique them, Limus would of course refuse to listen, double down, and just play
we saw
victim
that.
or act like that anyone that criticizes them is a creep or a bigot or whatever
That's
bad
good
thing
news.
Limus can pull out their butthole. Because Limus is never wrong. Limus is always the good guy. Anyone who criticizes them is the bad guy. Example 3. If you happen to be an SA victim or survivor, don't try to argue with Limus over their Angel Dust video. Because not only will you be stuck in a annoying back and
Yeah.
forth, but also Limus would shame you for relating
I'm a CSA survivor, and what if I have the same fetish and my trauma response in sexualization? Response, yikes. That's not healthy. Get help for that? Thanks, Limus. You do realize that's an extremely common way to cope with such things. I don't know you, but I can assume based on your comment, you've never been in that headspace, and shaming people for doing so is dumb. Not all coping mechanisms are healthy. It's over. Okay.
Please check Collins.
What the fuck is in Collins? Dead.
It's based.
What is this? Dead. 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 You're evil. You're fucking evil.
I don't know about. Just
Hey.
found this. It's
Yeah.
brand new.
Yep. Brand new. Good news. Dead. Dead. It's over. We're
into
halfway
Angel
through. This is
Dust's
awesome.
coping mechanism. Now listen, I'm not an expert on this kind of stuff, but I'm pretty sure shaming a victim's coping mechanism just because they don't agree with you over the uwu fictional spider boy being written badly is not the way to go. And Limus, if you respond by saying, oh, I'm just telling them that their coping mechanism isn't healthy. I was trying to help, man. Which, sure, you were trying to help, I guess.
Yeah.
A, you were being incredibly childish about it. And B, there's an article detailing why hypersexuality isn't as unhealthy as you paint it out to be, which I will link in the description down below if you want to read it for yourself. But yeah, this just is stupid of you, Limus. Just fucking, if someone disagrees with you, just either ignore it or try to give a sound argument as to why you think you're right. Doing this stupid bullshit where you're just shaming someone for relating to a character is just, I don't know, man. It just seems like a waste of time. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for Limus being a sensitive cow. So let's instead talk about why they're a hypocritical weasel.
Oh yeah, I feel
Right,
the
to start this
2017 in
section
my
off,
jeans.
I'm gonna bring up an example
Alright,
that may
so
be
good.
subjective to some people, but I think it's an important fact to bring up. Example 1. So Limus has made it clear on both her YouTube video on Angel Dust and her many arguments with Twitter
And I only care about victims of abuse when it's a fan of the show. Meanwhile, those same people say how funny the scene with Pentius getting raped was. I saw some fans try to cope and say that he didn't get raped since we only see him gone for a few seconds before he comes back. It seems he just explains what happened and came back. Even so, he was forcefully dragged into something he didn't want to do, which is still bad. Yes, because SA can be stopped by just asking nicely to the person attempting it. That's so stupid. Dude, it's so over.
folks that she found the joke of Sir Pentius being dragged into a room where he would get, you know,
Have sex.
Oh, this.
Because I'm having sex with everyone here.
to be
Oh,
problematic.
God.
and
Sir
not-
Pentius, no! No! Dude, I
That's
mean,
fucked.
they offered.
funny, which is fair, and I can understand why someone would find these type of jokes to be distasteful. But it seems that Limus doesn't have the same problem when it comes to
You know, something that always mind blows me about like fucking has-been hotel fans, it's like, you do know this place is literally hell, right? Like, of course they're gonna do immoral and morally egregious things. It's fucking hell. How do you think they got there? We have murderers, psychopaths, rapists, pedophiles that go to hell. Like that's the standard that we're on. Like,
Yeah.
is this really a shock? Oh no, I just wanted to be quirky.
It is interesting that because like then you have like the whole premise of has been hotels like yeah we can redeem them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's genuinely the premise. Yeah. God.
Dude, I remember seeing an edit where that's like, It starts with, and it just goes one thing, and I don't know how. It doesn't
Oh,
mean
why?
how hard to try.
How'd you try? Sit back, relax.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's awesome. It's fucking awesome, dude. But yeah, like Has Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss, it's fucking hell, dude. No wonder. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really shocked. Like, there's fucking cannibals in this show, dude. Are we really gonna be shocked? Like, dude, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's stupid. It's whatever though. It's like, wow, hell is a bad place. Who would have thought? Anyways, fuck me.
To abuse jokes, as in one of her streams where she plays GTA, a scene came up where a character is implied to be getting beaten up by their partner, and Limus responded by simply laughing at it.
Johnson, all right, shove that fucking hand grenade up it.
All right, I'm coming.
But that's dumb, actually, Catalina.
Look, baby, I really need that paper. Oh my God! What in hell's name is that?
This, you fucking prick? This is a rack. I'm gonna
No,
torture
baby,
your sorry
no,
ass.
please, no.
You never write to me. You don't call. You treat me like a fucking whore.
Okay.
Like one of your whores.
No, baby, please, I ain't into that shit.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh, baby, please, no. Please, baby, no. Ow!
Okay, that sound. Now, listen, I'm not trying to moral stand or whatever on Limus over
I
this.
think this was something they did fuck up on. They were that sound. If you heard like that unnatural sound effect, that's what Limus was laughing at. Like
Okay.
I mean, we could hear it again, right?
Okay, that sound.
Hold on, yeah, they even cut them off.
Yeah.
Baby, no. Ow!
Right there. That's what they laugh at. It's just worst timing in history.
Which is interesting. If this obviously I've never spoken to this guy, but like if this is one of the points that they didn't include in the original video and they were told to throw in,
Yeah,
like in this one, that's kind of, you know,
it's kind of
yeah,
disingenuous.
I can see why. Yeah,
but
like I don't know.
yeah,
Obviously, I've not spoken to this person, so I don't know if they actually like stand by this point that was raised. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
whatever, we'll see.
it's over. But yeah,
Okay, that sound. Now, listen, I'm not trying to moral stand or whatever on Limus over this. I just find it interesting and kind of contradictory with their stance of abuse being played as a joke. And Limus, if you just respond by saying, "Oh, grow up, man, it was just a joke. The dude was fine. He wasn't hurt or traumatized by what happened to him." Well, the same thing can be said to Sir Pentious.
You know where to find me, yeah? Is Cherry still here? Damn it!
He doesn't seem to be traumatized or whatever.
Yeah.
You can be critical about the jokes you don't like, but if you're gonna do that, you have to be consistent with it, because people will not take your critiques seriously. Example 2. So Limus has an issue with Gypsy Pop making merch out of Valentino, saying that it's distasteful.
it's not that okay. But you don't think it's at least a little bit distasteful to have your merch of your rapist villain with the words "fuck me" on it? Like, do you see why some people would be uncomfortable with that? It's not that deep, my dude. This was talking about Valentino being on merch. Dude,
But it's a character in the show.
I don't think I've ever seen, like, if you know, even with something like fucking Family Guy, like with like Quagmire as a
Oh,
plush. I don't
right,
think I've
yeah.
ever seen anyone be like, "Are we really gonna sell a rapist as a plushie?"
Of a literal pedophile character.
Yeah, dude, it's like,
Cuba, or his name is.
yeah, it's like I don't know what it is with like Pop's audience, but like they got like the most moral, grandstanding, purity testing audience I've ever seen. And then like you get other shows that
Yeah.
just don't give a fuck, dude. Like which characters they
Yeah.
make. It's like, and then they don't really get as much shit. It's awful.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I'd buy it. Hey, stop it.
Like,
We're-
if you think of like every other time where like a villain who's done morally egregious stuff that makes him a villain is sold as merchandise and the likes, like, what was the argumentation there? I really don't get it.
I mean, Darth Vader was based off of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
It's like,
Uh,
well, we gotta take him off the shelves now. Yikes! Literally a fascist dictator.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like if you apply it to anything else for Has Been Hotel, then the argumentation falls entirely flat.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. It's like there's bad people
It's
in hell.
much.
Who would have thought? Who would have
Yeah.
thunk? It's like it's so gay, but we'll
Wait a
continue.
minute, you're selling merch of Angel Dust, a character that is known for doing drugs and like meth and stuff. That's bad. You shouldn't have that as a shirt. It's a less of a point, but still,
Yeah,
it applies.
it's gay, but here we go.
Useful for Vipsy to make merch out of him, considering that he is a rapist. Then, when someone countered their critiques by bringing up their own figures of Freddy Krueger and Darth
Having Valentino on merch.
There we go.
Okay, then you'll love. Oh, wow! I didn't even realize it would use Darth Vader.
No, I didn't.
You'll love my figures of Griffith, Freddy Krueger, and Darth Vader. Dude. It's because like Darth Vader is like the most easy one to use. It's like they're widely beloved.
Oh yeah, Griffith as well, for example, being Berserk, the actual just rapist, probably like one of the most horrible villains like up there in terms of like fictional like villains.
Yeah, I mean, hell,
Freddy Krueger, the pedophile.
Yeah, I mean, if the writing's good, it sells.
Yeah,
it's mind blowing. Yeah, but anyway.
Vader, Limus responded by saying that they will love those figures because they are.
I do. Those are great villains. See how
Dude.
stupid you sound? Guess you have to fly to Mira and throw a hissy fit on how he shows no stuff in Berserk. Dude.
Oh my god.
Dude. What the
Great
fuck?
villains. So, making merch out of your fictional character who is a terrible being is bad, but also not? That's like saying you can't like Bill Cipher as a character because he committed many acts of pure utter horror, and then you turn around and say you love Emperor Bellows because he's a great villain. Like, listen, this isn't a big deal, it's just merch. I don't know why you're crying about it. Just stop making it into a big deal, Limus. Example 3. Generally, what the fuck happened to handling conflict privately? Not everything needs to be a call-out post. I think this is
Interesting.
important for everyone to see. I also think it's
Dude. This is fucked up, dude.
That was fucking evil.
Dude, I know like
Scary.
they brought this up like quite a bit, but like dude, this is honestly I think the strongest criticism you could have against Limus. It's awful though. Limus, no, how could you? Fuck.
You can't keep getting away with this.
You're supposed to be the chosen one. But yeah,
Oh.
fuck. Here we go.
People know that grooming comes in many forms and it isn't always sexual. Fuck Brandon Rogers. You have a problem with people making call-out posts when they can handle shit privately. You yourself have made multiple call-out posts on people and continue to engage in this kind of discourse because ultimately you have a genuine problem, Linus.
you could've went
Before
to
I end this
size
section
DMs.
up, I want to bring one final thing about this topic. And you might have to take it with a grain of salt as I don't have that much evidence about it, but it's still a very important thing to bring up because it's very concerning. So I have gotten many reports from my sources where they claim that Limus has harassed and bullied a victim of SA because
What? Hold on. This is
my sources where they claim that Limus has harassed.
so. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find proof of more of this. So according to one friend, Limus bullied someone off of Twitter who's also a victim. Basically, they'll tell them, "Hi, I relate to Angel," and Limus will harass them and bully them off his side just for disagreeing with them. Okay, Gax, you better have evidence for this. There's no way we're gonna take a censored Discord screenshot and just slap it in the video. Dude, like, here we go.
Harassed
Give him
and
a
bullied
chance.
a victim of SA because happened to relate to Angel Dust, which is very concerning. Considering Limus has condemned hell of a boss.
Okay, we
and
just
Okay.
we just went by it. That's cool. Well, they could be making the point. They could be making the point. Hold on. The fandom that claims to care about victims bullied Jaden and depriving their account. Amazing.
Hasbin Hotel fans for going after Jaden, the OP who made the thread where they were trying to accuse Brandon Rogers of something and saying that the fans were being incredibly toxic to Jaden. Which, again, yeah, fair take. But then again, Limus, if that's the case, then how do you explain your behavior with SA victims? Because I'm noticing that you would either get into
What is this?
Okay.
Speaking of Limus and Nilla, Limus also used Nilla being harassed for their Valangel art off the site as an opportunity to brag about her shit-ass video. The original ACC is private now, but the reply is still here. Oh, the original account was
You're
still
cursed.
here. Yeah. Nilla is a victim of sexual assault and trafficking.
Wait, what? Am
What?
I?
Did
what
I
am I not getting?
did I call it or what, Limus? So I
Yeah,
guess
but we can't see the. Okay, I'll give it a chance. I
Yeah,
can't. I might just be. We might just be clip jumping.
yeah, there's just not enough to go off of so far.
arguments with them over your Angel Dust video.
This one we already saw. Yeah, I guess they're just being a little. This one's being disrespectful, but not running them off the internet and sending harassment though. So I kind of knew this one was gonna be brought up though.
Or that you allegedly bully them because they
Allegedly.
don't agree with you about
Dead.
Angel Dust, or they happen to relate to Angel Dust. But yeah,
Nothing.
that's all I gotta say for this section. Let's just move on.
Shouldn't have thrown that in there, Gax.
Oh.
You should not have thrown that in there.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck me. But here we go.
To our conclusion, and hopefully put all this shit behind us and pray to God Limus will fucking change.
Conclusion.
And with that, we conclude our sequel on Limus. I hope this will be the last time I talk about them, but seeing how they're acting right now, I really doubt it. I won't be surprised if next month they do something completely stupid again, and I have to make another video clowning on them. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't
hope
think we
you guys
need to see the conclusion. Yeah.
But every good series needs a 3-part series, you know?
Well,
we
actually,
need
before we get
we need a trilogy.
before we get to the third part, chronologically speaking, we have to see Limus's response to everyone.
Oh boy.
And Marco Strange was another person making allegations. So
Interesting.
that was another one of Gax's sources.
Okay.
So 2 of their sources who was giving them screenshots were already people who were against Limus. Take that as you will, I guess. Okay. Here, let's hear it, Limus. And then after this and the response to Slime, then we could officially look over the docket. But yeah.
Google Docky.
Google Docky. It's like 300 pages, by the way.
Oh god.
I'm kidding. It's not that long. But anyways.
That sounds like a
Some
ghost
claims
stream.
that have been made
I fucking hate goat streams.
against me. For those who are unaware, over the past few months, 3 people have helped spread false information and claims about me. Claims that I bullied sexual assault victims off the internet because of how they cope with their abuse, claims that I harassed voice actors for Hasbro Hotel, and claims that I helped spread false accusations against Brandon Rogers. These people being
The third
Marco
one's true.
Strange, Gax, and Sai Scribbles. There are others who are involved in this as well, and I will mention them if I need to, but these 3 are the main ones who have helped platform a lot of these lies. This video is the result of months of constant harassment, death threats, rape threats, and doxing attempts that were sent my way because of these claims. I said before that I wasn't going to make a video about the backlash that my original Angel Dust video got again, but that was before it got to this extent. I want to do my best to, at the very least, clear the air and tell my side of events, and why the people making these claims are not to be trusted. The first person I want to talk about who started to make claims against me is Marco Strange. Marco is a cartoon/anime YouTube critic, and he first started to take an issue with me when he made a video responding to my video, How Not to Write a Victim of Abuse. Since then, he made a couple more videos about me, including numerous shorts. I shrugged off his video at first, mostly because I've had more than enough of my fair share of people talking about that video. I don't really care anymore if people didn't like my Angel Dust video, but it felt really disingenuous to hear him say, unlike Limus, I care about sexual abuse victims. And I'm going to get
Hold on.
really disingenuous to hear him say, unlike Limus.
It's really strange. It's really sad they claim to care about victims, but want to decide what qualifies as good representation and shame anyone who relates to Angel does. As a reminder, I did a whole video about why Angel from Hasbin Hotel is a great character and good representation. I mean, that's not... They're saying you don't care. They're not saying that they care more than you. That's... I don't know why that was framed like that, but whatever.
I care about sexual abuse victims, and I'm going to get into why. I have a history with Marco Strange. Even before he made his video about me, while he was working on it, he was a member in my Discord server. And during his time there, me and the mods had to ban him because he was posting explicit images of Nami from...
No! Wait, yeah, we need to zoom in. Hold on. Anyways.
One Piece. Me and my mods do our...
What is this? Can we ban him? I'm gonna be honest. I think he's making multiple people in the server uncomfy. One of them being me, Lamau. Yeah, Limus, def let that 30-year-old know. No, for real, he posted a lot of sussy stuff in the server, and this server has minors! Ugh. Limus, can I please drop the ban hammer on this dude? He's making me uncomfortable now. Dude. Okay.
best to make the server a safe space for people. Marco Strange is over the age of 30, and he was
Oh, safe space. Interesting.
posting lewd images of Nami in a server that had a large portion of people below the age of 15 in it. It's a character that he seems to have a lot of love for, considering he reposts AI art of her on his Twitter. When we banned him for it, he then...
Just fucking yeah.
Interesting.
Just fucking
Gooning on main.
What the fuck? Subtle foreshadowing, yeah.
I'm a gooner,
Dead.
baby.
Dead. Yeah, dude. What's wrong with reposting the art? Can we actually see more for references of what they reposted? Anyways.
proceeded to release 2 videos about me and talk shit
Actually, yeah, let me actually see.
AI art of
Oh,
her
sorry,
on his
that's- I
Twitter.
did not intentionally
When we
do
banned
that.
him for it,
I
he
did not
proceeded to release 2
intentionally-
videos.
I did not. I did not.
Yeah,
Try to
it's-
skip back
yeah,
to read
yeah.
these.
Damn it, I missed it again.
Fuck. Hold on. Let me look back. Okay. Dead.
This comic looks so awful.
Response to how not to write a victim of abuse. My issues with them and how not to write a victim of abuse. So they're both like about that. So it seems kind of like both of them are just about your one media review that they just took issue with, I guess, whatever. It seems like it was deeper. I'm getting mogged in the chat anyways.
Was about me and talk shit about me wherever it was convenient. Twitter, YouTube comments, shorts, you name it. I want to point out that I did leave a comment under a second video about me.
Dog, it's been a month and you're still talking about me, Lamau. Okay, who cares? Like, you're a public figure. Grow up. I talk about whatever I want. It would have been last week, but I took a break for Thanksgiving. Don't be mad I criticized your video, lol.
Basically poking fun at the fact that he was still talking about me after a month
0 seconds ago. Man, you got this pretty quick, Limus.
that's passed since my Angel Dust video was released.
Crazy.
Me doing this was not the right move, and all it accomplished was giving him more fuel and reason to talk about me. But when he made a tweet saying that
After some talking and realizing Limus is a bully, I've decided it was best to block them on my channel. This person has no interest no interest in debating, and outright lied about me. I'm willing to debate anyone, but I don't tolerate lying to make yourself look like a victim.
I was a bully and had no interest in debating him. I quote tweeted him with the screenshot.
Okay. I'd have banned this guy from my server because he was posting lewd images of Nami from One Piece. He's 32 and knew that the server had a large amount of people below the age of 15. I'm obviously not going to be nice to someone who does that and makes people look close to me uncomfortable. Is this Marco Strange person the alleged pedophile they're talking about? Because if so, I mean, I feel like this is very shaky if this is what the case is.
Sorry, I may have missed this. So what, Limus accused this person of being a pedophile?
No. You see, a while back, Limus got controversy for having a 32-year-old pedophile allegedly in their server with minors, and once they found out that they were one, they swiftly removed them. I'm wondering if this is that same person since the ages match, but if it is, I don't...
Yeah, otherwise it's an unlucky coincidence.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know, this seems very, I don't know, this, I wouldn't feel comfortable calling this person a pedophile.
Don't tap the glass.
Oh my god, no.
Don't tap the glass.
You know what? Hey, Spinling.
Don't tap.
Spinling. 1 hour in the dog cage, buddy. Anyways.
Evil.
Yeah, anyways, back to the... Wait, can you zoom in? I need it for art reference. Which part? Do I zoom in on this one or zoom in on... Okay.
Showing what he posted in my Discord server. This then resulted in now delete.
Oh, poor you for sharing anime girls in your server. Glad to know I bugged you so bad to come back on here after crying about Trump winning the election and run to blue sky like someone else said, get a life. Shut the fuck up, weirdo. They like that one. Limus really liked this one.
Yeah.
Yes, you still lied about me, LimusTSlime. Typical guy who wants to try to bully people that call you out. Also, I don't see any nudity in those, so tell me how they're lewd. I mean, it doesn't have to be nude to be lewd. That's dumb. Oh, that's right. You can't explain anything, so you're just wasting my time. Bye, and good riddance, crybaby. No, I mean, the whole thing about lewd is that it doesn't have to be nude. Like, that's dead. If you're just wearing just a bra and underwear, like, as a woman, then that would be considered lewd, depending the context, that could be considered lewd. That doesn't have to mean, oh, they have to be naked. Like, dead. This person does not know what they're talking about. It's making me mad. But yeah.
Tweets of him dropping his respect for my pronouns and starts purposely misgendering me and crashing out. It was very clear to me.
I mean, where was the misgendering?
I think they're referring to where it says guy.
Typical guy. But guy's gender neutral.
Typical guy. I don't know.
Yikes. Dude.
Me that he resulted to misgendering me because he had nothing substantial to come back with after showing how much of a creep he was.
That's kind of disingenuous to frame that as a misgender. I don't know. That's... I don't know.
He started saying that the images he sent to my server were fine because there wasn't any nudity, and that all he did was share anime girls in my server. He has also gone on record saying that the...
Okay. I was never told that. It was pics of Nami from One Piece in her normal outfit. It was in the waifu chat. You dumb
Why is there a waifu chat?
Lol. Try arguing Nami was underage. Go ahead and keep trying to attack me. It's honestly funny how many times the story changes. Limus will bring this up too, but I don't care anymore. I made them butthurt too after posting Nami photos in their Discord server. Also, it was in their waifu chat. See, this is why I don't think it was like misgendering. They keep saying their instead of like saying his. It's like, I don't know, it's like they go by she, they. So it's like, I feel like that was a little disingenuous from Limus, but yikes. Anyways.
The channel he sent the images to was called Waifu Chat, when in actuality it was called Fictional Character Simpery.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, that doesn't help. You're simping for a character.
Yeah, we just all have a romantic infatuation in this chat. Me and the minors come together and just say, yeah, would to these characters. That's what we do. That's what we do. But anyways, fuck me.
The channel consists of people sharing safe
simping himself.
work images and GIFs.
I'm looking at some of these.
Sorry.
So characters
I don't know why I keep doing that. My brain is broken. I'm very sorry.
that they are
I do not mean to intentionally mistreat
attracted to.
No, you do. But
Friendly fire.
I'm looking at these. Hold on.
or that they like. We have made it clear
Fuck. Serves very strict on certain rules. There's zero tolerance for bigotry or harassment of any kind. NSFW content is strictly prohibited. Any gooners will be banned. Then why do you have the simp chat, dude? This includes lewd images and discussion.
Well, what's worse is they're a WWE fan. My day is ruined.
They mog your community.
Yeah.
Show us the Nami cut, damn it. Hey, we're not looking at Nami anymore. Okay? we did enough research.
Serious.
Yeah, this is a very serious situation right now. Also, I love, like, you know, that rule right there. NSFW content is strictly prohibited. You know, any gooners will be banned. I can't wait, because they literally goon over, like, 2 different characters, but whatever. You know, this person unironically likes the alien from Alien.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
It's awful. And we only know that because they talk about it in their Discord server.
In their Discord server.
Yeah, we'll get into that, though.
The one with minors in it?
Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Okay.
numerous times and in our server rules that explicit images would result in an instant ban. Him trying to diminish what he did made it very clear to me that he's a liar who is willing to twist the truth as much as possible to make himself look better. I do think him saying that he cares about sexual abuse victims is tone deaf given his track record, especially given how he went out of his way.
What?
Had no idea this dude is a supposed woman. Meanwhile, on Instagram, he's drawing pictures of General Grievous from Star Wars and thigh highs and maid outfits. Yeah, that's real, by the way. I'm sorry, but I think Limus has issues. If offended by my comment, I'm sorry, but any man that has a voice deeper by 4 decibels than mine, I have to call it out. I'm a Has-Been Hotel fan, but I'm a conservative gay man, just how I was born and raised, and I... like the late great comedian Ralphie, may I don't change it for nobody, okay?
Okay, there we go. It is intentional.
Lol.
God.
Yeah, but that's not them. They hearted it, sure.
Wait, it's not them?
No, they hearted the comment.
Sorry, I'm gone blind for a sec. That's not them. Yeah. Interesting.
They endorsed it with the heart.
Transphobic comments about me. And seeing how a lot of trans and queer people in general supported his video without even knowing this is disheartening. I want to mention my interactions with Marco. After he blocked my main account, I left a snarky comment under...
Should make another video about me. It would be funny. Well, you're encouraging it, you're engaging in it, you're gay.
One of his shorts with my second account.
Why are you
This was really stupid on my part, and I take full accountability for that.
Thank you.
A lot of my behavior during this time period was wrong, and it deserves to be criticized. There's no doubt that I did play a part in the escalation of my situation with him. Pointless bickering did happen with me and him, and my participation in it did not help either side, and only made things worse, and I apologize for that. I have also made 2 pre-stream chat videos on my VOD channel in which me and a friend or 2 would talk about Marco and laugh at his crash out. These videos have since been privated, mostly because I don't like stooping to the level of these people, and keeping them up felt very unprofessional on my part. Now, Marco has made a lot of comments and criticisms regarding my Angel Dust video, criticisms that I have already addressed in the follow-up video on my second channel, but some of the things that he and others have said is that I didn't like Angel Dust because I didn't like the way he coped with his abuse. This is true, but a lot of the people, including him, summarize my problem with that being that I don't like how Angel Dust copes with his abuse by being hypersexual. Angel Dust went out of his way to put himself in danger of getting abused again so that he can be ruined enough to the point where Valentino loses interest in him. I literally said that in my video, and I said that people have unhealthy ways of coping with abuse that leads into more harm. I have never once said that Angel Dust being hypersexual is a bad thing, nor that it's poor representation of an abuse victim. I understand that people disagree with me on that. Lots of victims have their own stories and their ways of coping, and I understand that. The video was a critique from the perspective of someone who went through a similar experience. People are allowed to criticize my video and disagree with it. But I take issue when people start a narrative that I had ill intent making the video and that I have ulterior motives, and it's reckless for Marco to push that narrative. Marco's third video about me was in relation to
Fake apology and why you shouldn't buy it. I owe everyone an apology. Yikes.
a lot of things, and I want to use it as a reason to discuss some claims about me. In January, I went to an anime convention wearing a mask and a cardboard
Oh my
cutout
God.
of the thumbnail to my Angel Dust video. While I was at the convention, I was recognized by a bunch of people who all had nice things to say about me. Alex Brightman was at the convention doing autographs, so me and Valor Vex, who was with me at the time, stood in line to get his signature. I was mostly in line for Vex's sake since he was a big fan of Alex. I asked him if he could sign my thumbnail, and I explained to him that it was a video I made criticizing Hazbin Hotel. Alex found the idea of the sign funny and had no issue signing it, and adding, "Keep throwing sea rats," which is a reference to my streams. Me and Vex and a lot of my other friends found it funny, and I only really showed up at the convention wearing the sign as an inside joke with me and my followers, hence why I made the tweet showing off the autograph. Of course, that tweet got controversy and even got a response from VivzyPop saying how much she disliked it. The only people who saw what happened are me, Vex, and Alex Brightman. Viv was not at that convention. This led to an immense amount of hate and harassment.
Okay. Well, you probably shouldn't be giving these people attention. Okay. Dude, I know that. Dude, you do that, you're only going to encourage more. But to comment on the earlier thing, yeah, I don't really care in a moral standpoint that they did it. I just think it's funny to like point at them, but like it being used as like a genuine critique by like Sai and like the other people that they went in a cardboard cutout and had paper taped on cardboard and had the voice actor sign it. Like, who cares? Like, genuinely, who actually cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, here we go.
Sent my way. A lot of people were upset over me doing this, and if you thought that it was irresponsible, then I want to apologize. My intention was to make a few of my friends and followers laugh. I wasn't expecting it to reach the amount of attention that it got. My intentions were not malicious in the slightest, but I understand if that's not an excuse. However, I did not harass or even threaten Alex Brightman into signing my thumbnail. People at these meet and greets have the ability to refuse to sign anything that is given to them. Him saying no to signing the thumbnail would not have caused a scene like people act like it would. Him signing my thumbnail was not me trying to get a voice actor from the show to endorse my video. Alex Brightman, to my knowledge, has not seen my video, and I doubt he even remembers me after that convention. The signature was meant to be a joke between me, Vex, and my followers. I don't need a voice actor to validate my video. It's not a requirement for my points in that video. So to have people who weren't even at the convention make up lies about what happened at the convention and then pass them off as fact, it's incredibly disingenuous. I had fun at the convention. I didn't try to ruin anyone else's fun as well. And I'm disappointed that a fandom that is so fixated on disproving false allegations made towards VivzyPop also have no issue spreading false accusations to people they dislike. Another claim that was brought up in Marco's video was my support towards Jaden, a person who came forward with allegations relating to Brandon Rogers. In the allegations, Jaden says that Brandon Rogers knew that they were 15 and talked them into doing free editing commission work instead of paying them.
That framing is just so fucking malicious, though. Dude, talked them into doing it. It's like, dog. They had like an editor job and they talked and had like this. They weren't they're making it sound like they coerced them, and that's just not what happened. I don't know why they did that. Fuck me, man.
Wasn't it like one edit, or are we talking about?
Yeah, so it was one edit, and then like they got paid for their exposure, and then just moved on. And then like months later, this fan that was like 15 was very clearly parasocial, and felt hurt that they couldn't, talk to Brandon Rogers at the VidCon or whatever. But then like Brandon Rogers, like I guess had security to push them and their angry mother away. So because they didn't want to deal with that, which to be fair, why would you take that risk anyways? You have no idea what their intentions are. They even offered to apparently refund their tickets. It's like, because I don't know. It's like, whatever, dude. It's like, I don't really care about it that much, dude. It's kind of weird how it got framed that maliciously, and this person's just like doubling down. Just because they were wrong. They were wrong. But it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this? Who is this, little bro?
It's Sam.
Did you just say, who is this? That is offensive.
You know what? You're about to go in the doggy chair with Spindling.
Do not send me there. That is awful. You're relegating me.
Yeah, I gotta.
Why? Why can't I be here?
Well, you're not even watching the stream for 1 and for 2. Now you suck.
Well, I will hop on the stream. There you
You're that annoying person that comes in through halfway a movie, and then you're gonna be like, "What's happening?"
No, because I'm well educated. Because I've watched the GXE videos.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't know. The fucking no.
Anyway. Anyways, you know
I'll
what?
catch up. I'll catch up. It'd be fine.
Now, Sam, it's been nice. You know, it's been nice, buddy.
Excuse me. I'm one of those people that can like.
Let him do his pitch.
Do you mind? I was going to say, I'm one of those people that can start watching a movie midway through and still get the plot.
Wait, Sam,
So, yeah.
what's that behind you?
Enough.
Fuck me. All right.
Enough bullying for one night, right? Is this how you treat Go Cato?
No, because they're my poopy.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's fucked up.
don't be annoying, Sam. We're going through the video. All right.
I'll try not to.
In my tweet supporting the victim, I said that grooming comes in many forms and it isn't always sexual. In this case, I believe that it was financial grooming. But because most people only know one definition of grooming, people including Marco have ran with the claim that I called Brandon Rogers a pedophile. The person who made the allegations got a lot of harassment and it led to them privating their account. I don't believe that Brandon Rogers is a pedophile.
How the fuck would it have been like financial grooming? Like it was consensually agreed upon how the payment would have gone. It was like being shouted out. This is so gay. Like there's not even like enough like information to even say there was even coercion, but like they have to like make this insane leap of logic to even like make that. It's it's gay.
Okay, I kind of can see in a way the whole thing of like, oh yeah, they're paid in exposure, you know, and in that regard. But they did agree to it. I know they're a minor, but that would also mean that I'm pretty sure if something was agreed on like that, then
it's not scamming.
the parent should
like
be
that.
able to. Yeah, the parent should have to sign up on that. If the parent didn't sign off on it, that's just parental neglect. I'm gonna be real. Like that's the most you could really say.
Yeah, Sam sucks. But anyways, continuing the video.
And I never made that claim. I do
Where'd
believe
that
that he
come
took advantage of a young fan's admiration to try and get free commission work instead of paying them. I will admit, because the word grooming is constantly associated with pedophilia, I can understand why people would be thinking that I was calling him that to a degree. I'm more so incredibly disappointed and sad that people harassed the victim enough for them to leave the internet, and I'm worried that I helped contribute to that. And if I did, I want to apologize to Jaden. Your story is yours to tell, nobody else's. I'm sorry that you aren't able to feel like people can listen to what you have gone through. You deserve safety and not to be taken advantage of. My takeaway of what happened to you may not be your takeaway, and I don't want to be speaking on your behalf. And I'm sorry if that's what I did. To wrap this section up, I want to address Marco Strange personally. Marco, I think you are a liar and a grifter. I believe you care more about getting attention on your videos rather than helping out sexual abuse victims, given how much you repost your video on Twitter.
That's crazy.
Limus is mad at me too, both for making my own video explaining why Angel Dust is a great character while tearing their video apart. Okay, yeah, they have every free right to do that.
It's a media review. I don't understand how that's anything to do with.
You fucking grifter!
Yeah.
How dare you disagree with me? Like this.
Unless they're referring to their critique on their video talking about Angel Dust, who in the story is an SA survivor, that feels kind of malicious if that's what they're doing, because it's a fictional character. I'm gonna be for real.
Well, this is
like
this video is clear, like actually just a response to Limus's media review. It's public media. You could respond to it. Who cares?
That's what I mean. But like, their claim here is saying that Marco Strange doesn't care about, doesn't like care as much as they say they do about SA survivors. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, fuck me. Anyways.
Time someone mentions my name. You are so fixated on winning over a fan base that is filled with people who you wouldn't pour water on even if they were on fire. You'll call my apology that wasn't even directed towards people like you fake, but you still put out an affront of being an ally who genuinely cares for abuse victims. I banned you from my server because of your creepy behavior. It doesn't surprise me that outside of my server you are also like this. Do better.
Sai Scribbles. Hi.
Sai Scribbles is the second person who has arguably done the most to help spread false information about me. She's a 42-year-old React streamer. Most of her content before this is just centered around Lily Orchard. Her initial stream that she made where she reacted to my Angel Dust video was all over the place. She repeats a lot of the same tired arguments as before. If I'm being honest, there isn't anything I can say about her criticisms that I haven't already said about Marco's, but she tries to push a narrative that I'm a misogynist, and that's why I didn't like the show. I gave her stream the benefit of the doubt, hoping that she would be the first normal person to make a response on me. Instead, the stream was filled with a barrage of bad faith criticisms and petty bullying on her part. I tuned in to watch, but left due to her chat starting to get transphobic. After her words, I learned later on in her stream that she got upset over my usage of the word queer, and yet in the same stream, she had no issue saying the Spanish word for black. The landscape for queer people, both
Not
on the
this.
internet and outside of it, is already
No, they use the Q word. Don't like that. So, like, you're complaining about angel dust being a gay
There's a bit of
stereotype,
problem.
and then you use a gay slur.
Dude. Yeah, because that was something from before. She tried to make the argument that like Limus is like a homophobe for using queer, but then.
Not queer. Oh,
But
fuck.
Sam, you're gonna love this clip. Hold on.
The Negro College Fund.
Ooh. Ooh. Right. I don't know, but they might be a little bit racist. Don't know about. Yeah. Moral tagging at its finest. That is amazing.
I love the unpaused timing to that too.
That was beautiful. That was instantaneous.
I thought there was gonna be a little bit of a build up, you know, context, just slapped it right in my face.
Bam. Yeah.
Fuck me. But yeah. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna keep it going.
In fact, Sai Scribbles has a history of using and calling other people slurs. This screenshot gets passed around a lot as an example.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, type shit.
If you try and show this to her, she'll justify it by saying that it's okay because she censored one letter, and that the context was that she was arguing with someone who said that the word queer was worse than the N-word. But I think it's really obvious that censoring a word when saying it doesn't mean you aren't saying it. If you were to read aloud what they said, how would you say the slur in their message? You can't say N-word, because that's not what they wrote. And this argument doesn't even matter, considering she also uses Asian slurs and doesn't bother to censor them. Point is, there is zero context that justifies racism like this. So when that argument fails, then she tries to argue that writing down the N-word isn't the same
No, don't say racial slurs. So if you write N-word, that's the same as saying it.
as saying it. Sai has also said this, which is an abbreviation.
Dude. Hey, retard, someone else called me a...
Oh, no.
I didn't know they said. I responded, I'm not a. This is what you're bitching about. Wipe the slime out of your eyes, because, like I said, I hadn't even seen anyone use. Stop saying it since 2007 before this Twitter exchange. No way before.
It's fine. They used
A.
A.
Yeah, I know. It's soft A. Yeah,
fine.
soft A.
Soft A.
Yeah.
Of the term white N-word. Lots of people got upset over that, and when pressed about it, all she will say is that nobody born before 2004 thinks that it's offensive. You'll also notice that in a lot of her posts and her streams, she really
no one
loves...
born after 2004 thinks queer's offensive, so what's your point?
Yeah, it's gay. Do you have any arguments besides throwing slurs? You're over 40, act like it. Retard ain't a slur, and you definitely seem like you're mentally retarded. You know, this is actually base. You know what? First Sai W I've gotten.
God.
Dude. Fuck me.
using the R slur. In fact, she believes it's not a slur.
Did you use the R slur an hour ago? Sure did. I'll do it again. It is not a slur.
Slurs for me, but not for thee.
I mean, yeah, obviously
God.
it's a slur. It's just it's not on the same level as all the other ones.
I know.
Yeah,
It's just...
It's kind of
gay.
It's gay with this argument because how can you say, you know, retard's not a slur, but queer you're gonna like go really hard on that one? Just doesn't really make much sense now, does it?
Dude, your chat. Someone saying Sai Scribbles on Melanin Queen.
Yeah. True. I'm not showing your face though. I'm not. Fuck me. You gotta believe me that she's a melanin queen, guys.
Yeah.
At least they were politically correct. Yeah?
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 All, and then it's on the same level of words like stupid or moron. It's a word that she has called me and many others as, which is
oh my God.
wild considering I'm autistic. Along with all of it.
Oh no! I can tell it, mate. Fucking you are retarded. Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Fucking another base Sai Scribbles moment. Fuck.
Fuck, dude. Then we got... How is someone going by non-binary pronouns immediately make them an attention-seeking whore? Because no one's going to call another human an it in day-to-day life. Get over it. We already talked about this, Grandma. Let me explain. Yes, there are people who actually go by it in real life, and there are people who use it saying, oh, well, this will never happen. Broadly is not a good excuse. You're not being transphobic. You know, you're still being transphobic and diverting attention again. And let me explain. People don't always have to care about you, and you're not the center of everyone else's universe. Isn't this fun? Again, What is it a transition into? Yikes. Listen, just because you think people don't have the basic ability to respect, saying the right pronouns doesn't mean that's true. I know things were different back when you could say whatever slurs or stereotypes you want, but still, did. I didn't really see these arguments before. I didn't really like look into Limus's
That's
arguments.
interesting.
Dude, this is awesome. This coming from a moral grandstander is actually kind of surprising.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Look, just it literally is like it doesn't take you any like time out of your day to use the correct pronouns for someone. Like that's my stance. I know other people might have different ones, but that's just how I stand.
But yeah, what if I don't want to?
Yeah, but you're gay, so
So?
Kinda got you there. Anyways, moving
Saga?
on.
She is also transphobic towards non-binary people and neopronouns. It doesn't shock me too much considering what her community is like, but seeing how she talks about people who use neopronouns is really disgusting. Her understanding of queer culture never left the 2000s, and it's so obvious that she isn't willing to learn and instead will just make fun of people with neo.
I'll say actually pronouns for people. Saying your coworkers, friends, teachers, parents, and everyone else around you must call you an it just makes me think you look like this. God damn. Is that what Malkoff's transitioned into? I wouldn't sweetie pie still wild. You actually said that. Did.
Pronouns and use AI images to mock them. Sai.
Oh, don't bring up the fact it's AI. Who fucking cares it's AI?
There's a whole laundry list of stuff that she has done and said. So her making a stream where she just plays my entire video on stream, reacts to it, while calling me a creep and a misogynist, it's really ironic. The thing that tipped me off a lot, though...
You defended Griffin, you creep. They did.
Oh god, we're back. We're back in the trenches.
Yeah, retard. Because there isn't anything substantial on Griffin. And to make that point, I posted the evidence of Courtney saying far worse shit to a minor on the internet than any of the screenshots people pass around about Griffin. Yikes.
Interesting.
Was her support of alleged groomers like Black Griffin. She has made a tweet after tweet defending him. I'm going to leave a link in the description to a Google...
Okay, yeah, that's very disingenuous.
Oh, God.
Support of alleged groomer. Okay, you said alleged, so it's not confirmed that they are one. So yes, there would obviously be a conversation about a defense. Like, this is so fucking disingenuous. Like,
without getting too much into the Black Griffin stuff, because that would make us be here for about 10 hours. There's not, at least for me, there's not enough there to actually say anything of substance against the guy.
yeah.
Like Beckett did a whole video talking about it. Like, yeah, that I think it's really stupid.
Yeah, nothing conclusive or decisive in my opinion. Was the guy like weird? Yeah. Was the circumstance weird? Yeah. But is it evidence of actual grooming? No.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Doc containing the allegations against Black Griffin for you to see for yourself, as I don't believe that I can do a good job explaining it here. My point is, it's pretty tone deaf for her to say that I don't care about SA victims and that I only care about myself, while at the same time putting down victims who are trying to have...
Wait, hold on. Kind of weird. No, it's predatory. What are you gonna do? Go to their house, grab their hands, and force them to sign divorce papers because you personally believe their relationship is illegitimate? No, but I'm also not going to go around defending a fucking groomer because he groomed his victim into being okay with it. You're a little freak. Nice. So, we're gonna just go... So what? You're just gonna bang on forever about how you don't like their marriage? What's the end goal here? Literally to stop freaks like this from, like, you from defending pedophiles. Jesus fucking Christ, it's not complex. I made it clear in my first reply. You're not gonna stop shit, dude. We have a fundamental disagreement here. My stance is, you don't know these people. You're not in their lives. It's not your place to say you know their relationship better than they do. You're free to think it's weird or whatever else you want. Yikes.
Have their voice be heard. Now, me and Sai have gotten into a couple of arguments since the release of her stream, and after seeing how the online drama was affecting people close to me, I decided to delete my Twitter and not look back. When I did so, though, Sai searched for my blue sky and continued...
Why are predators attracted to your server, Limus? Why do you have so many minors
no.
on it? Sai, you could not be talking about
Interesting.
fucking minors in a server, dude. Especially 13 plus, dude. Fuck me. Fuck me. Dude. I think one of the... I don't know. There was worse stuff talked about in Sai's server than I've seen in Limus's. Like, they talked about fucking pony pegging and cum and, like, orgasms and shit like that. And, like, Dude.
You don't do that?
Yeah, no, not in a 13 plus server.
No, it just doesn't work.
Again, I'm going to repeat my question. You don't do that?
No, we do it with the boys, Sam. We do it with the boys. Nah, but like,
What,
any...
underage boys?
hey,
I'm sorry.
don't make me remove you from this call. But
Silencing the truth again.
well, I thought you said the T slur for a second, but anyways, moving on.
Continued to harass me over there, trying to insinuate that I was a creep for having a lot of minors in my Discord server. I have a lot of minors in my Discord server because I want my server to be a safe space for them. I've spent most of my
Oh,
No.
Oh.
don't say that, please.
No.
Oh, that's like okay. That's like one of those statements that age like milk 90% of the time because you always open that risk when you have an 18 plus server.
Dude.
You always open that risk.
Red flag 101, dude. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I want to say it just sounds so creepy. Regardless, I want a safe space for a bunch of children in my Discord server.
Yeah.
But okay, bro, you might as well just go and fuck them then. Jesus Christ, it's weird as fuck.
Yeah, it's gross.
life not being able to have a safe space where I can be myself and not feel any sort of judgment. And what I created with my server is a place for those who are having the same issues in their real lives to be a part of a community where they can be themselves and feel welcomed and safe. Hence why
So you're taking victims of abuse and isolating them into your server? That's really interesting.
Okay.
This is I'll show you the way. I'll be your guide. I'll be your savior.
Take my hand.
It actually is coming off like a little bit like a savior complex here. Like I don't like that. Like a safe place.
They call me Corny P.
Relating. Yeah, it's Dad. Dad, this is fucked.
I was so upset over what Marco Strange did on that exact same server. She has also tried to raid one of my streams with her hundreds of viewers, knowing full well that they would harass me doing it.
Limus is live? Oh my god, you guys want me to raid Limus just to be an asshole? That would be pretty funny.
Dude.
Not finding them, though.
When I learned of this,
Yeah, so the only reason why they didn't apparently is just because Limus, stopped being live, like before they, were could try to like shut them out. So that's.
I think that is really pathetic. That is really fucking like weaselly behavior to try and do that.
Thank God I had a
Not
stream.
a good one.
Sai Scribbles almost
Yeah.
raided me. Psycho behavior. Poor baby who can't respond to criticism is still talking about me despite blocking me is upset. I joked about sending them more viewers as a little prank, but went on to say I plan to raid my buddy Goddammit Malcolm, who streamed late. Yeah, buddy? Fuck
Yeah?
it. Dude. It's very obvious they were going to. They just didn't get the chance to, so they didn't. So it's over, it's rough.
Yeah.
and call her out, she deflects accountability by saying that I'm a baby who can't take criticism. And that's pretty much where it's been for the past month. Until recently, which I will talk about in my next section. But a couple days ago, Sai did another stream reacting to my mouthwashing video that I made in January. During the stream in which she did the exact same thing as last time, watched my video in full and gave criticism while also make fun of me, she also went out of her way to look up my playthrough of mouthwashing my VOD channel and proceed to mock me and my streaming ability. But the thing that got to me was that she also went out of her way to bully my friends who were joining me on the stream for the game.
Dude.
And of course, her chat was joining in on it as well.
One chatter. Good job, Limus. You got one chatter. Because Limus is using a voice changer instead of just doing funny voices, because they're a bad streamer. Okay, you guys are fucking boring as shit. Oh god, they added somebody else! In the meantime, where did this person come from? I'm trying to point this out, I don't know if this is too spicy, but none of the three people here sound like they are anyone who has ever had to worry about a pregnancy.
If you want to criticize...
Okay.
What?
Dude.
Interesting. What the fuck?
Dude.
I've never heard that used as an ins.
That's
That's new. That's awesome.
Yeah. I also don't care about that point, too, because, dude, people talk shit about each other on stream anyways. Like, it's whatever. It happens. If you're in beef with someone, you're gonna have that happen. Like, that's... You know how cringe it would have been? Like, and this is such a, overused and, wild example to bring up. But you know how crazy it would have been if I was just soy raging, being like, excellent! Why would you ever go after Raven or Samuel? It was my channel, not my friends who came on.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll sound like a pussy.
Do you know what hurts more about that? And not that you would sound like a pussy, the fact you put me next to Raven.
Same person, but anyways, moving on.
Criticize my video, that's one thing, but targeting my friends for the horrible crime of being friends with me is immature and childish. I've had to deal with people harassing my friends in the past for being associated with me, and I will never understand the end goal with doing so. This is the same person who thinks atheists are a minority group.
Hop, okay, I'm a lesbian, autistic, and an atheist. That's 3 minorities. Does that mean you have to agree with anything I say now? I didn't know Sam was a minority. Anyways.
Same way black people
Oh,
are.
yeah.
So
Anyways.
I can't really trust a lot of what she says. Sai Scribbles, I don't know what you are trying to accomplish by doing this shit. Even before the stream about me, you didn't have a reputation of being a good person to begin with, and all of this just cemented that for me. Now please, leave me alone.
Gax!
Please! I know Gax as GXC. My poor... what nationality is he? I'm going to call him Arabian.
Well,
My beautiful Arabian fella.
Every like time like we see him like start a video, it's like, "Hello, my fellow Arabian friends." And it's like, okay, hi.
So good.
You know what it reminds me of, Sam?
What?
Remember how like Internet and Jay used to be like, "Hey guys, T-Series here," or like,
Oh my god, yeah, he's so fun. Look, I've known him for how long? 3 years now. He's such a beautiful Arabian man.
you know how weird it is to see like, you know, other like small content creators from like I'd known like from a couple years ago to be brought up in like a, you know, a drama like this. It's
Well, to be fair, he's one of the only ones that didn't turn out to be like a paedophile. So
Yeah.
like, there wasn't
What do
many
you
options.
mean? What do you mean, Sam? You got like people like, you know, Noma. Oh,
didn't.
sorry.
Kumo, oh fuck, no. Unless
Oh.
I'm Miguel and I want something cut into my leg, I guess not. Oh, there's not really many options to go for. Oh, Janky shot. Oh no, it's CP. Yeah.
Wait, Mythical. Sorry.
Give an
Yeah.
ant. No way, he wasn't there. I like to imagine he was just there.
He's on the same level as all
It's
of
like,
them.
you was there too in Thug Chat.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's on the same level as fucking Kumo. Oh, God.
Get in the pit.
I think one of the only ones
Oh,
that didn't like end
God.
up being like a predator, like, you know, that's well, actually there's a couple, maybe like Lieutenant Beast and Hoopa, who are starting to come back, but like they're interesting to say the least. God, dude, it's fucked. There's actually so many bad people from that group. It's so fucked.
Well, dude, that's what I mean. It's like one of them had to like do kind of well.
Yeah, I mean, Shining, come home.
With all your CP, come home.
Yeah, we heard that Gildan's interested in your animals. Like, fuck. anyways, that's fucked up. Anyways, moving on into the small commentator.
Gax is someone I barely interacted with before he made his 2 videos about me, but in those videos, he made claims against me that were hand-fed to him by both Marco Strange and Sai Scribbles.
Which even Gax even like said at the end of his first video that they were given all the screenshots by these people.
Yikes.
No,
Also, I didn't even know this person had 44K. The fuck, lol.
As well as allocations. And I want to jump into some of these because it's kind of shocking just how sloppy his videos are. Gax is a Turkey Tom, Leafy, a Cheeto style commentary channel. There really is no other way for me to describe him. He made 2 videos about me, talking about things relating to me. The first one is pretty egregious. Most commentary channels are like that. He's pretty ableist throughout the video, calling me things like a tard with Asperger's or retarded liquefied AIDS.
The condescending 14-year-old tard with Asperger's syndromes.
Dude, why are you taking this so seriously, dog?
What I'm noticing is there's lots of people that would like when people say ableist, right? You've got to take it with a grain of salt. It's like the word misogynist now, right? It's like keywords you throw at people to make them seem worse, right?
Yeah, like
Is
buzzwords.
GXC realistically? Is he going to spitting around like spitting on homeless people and like disabled people, like fly kicking some fucking Down syndrome girl down the stairs? No, not really. Is it? He said the word retard and tard and said you got Asperger's, which realistically he's probably correct.
Making factual observations. Fuck me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude, I can't wait to hear the cope, dude. It's getting better.
Retarded liquefied of AIDS.
Or at least I think that's what he calls me. My quality is atrocious. In the video, he reiterates a lot of the claims I already talked about, but still gets a lot of details wrong. He says that Vizzy Pop and her crew were at the convention I went to, when in actuality it was just 2 or 3 voice actors from the show. Vizzy wasn't there. He mentioned some new ones, which I'm going to talk about. He says that my reaction to Sai's community being transphobic is ridiculous because nobody would know what my preferred pronouns are by clicking on my account. But not before making a joke about how many made-up pronouns there are because these people only have one joke. He tries to show a screenshot to prove this, but he leaves out the fact that if you click on my YouTube account, my pronouns are literally the first thing you see next to my channel name. He's just being disingenuous. He then tries to defend Sai's racist messages by saying they are out of context, ironically showing very little context to my conversation history with Sai. I already mentioned what the context was. Sai was trying to correct someone on them thinking that the N-word is not as bad as the word queer, and she does it by just flat out saying it along with Asian slurs.
Proved her point.
I don't see how that's supposed to prove a point. And again, I've said before that no amount of—
I mean, okay, unironically, right? Even though I think it was stupid of Sai to do it that way, to go about it, I think it proves her point the more and more people hyper-specifically, fixate on her saying the N-word. Because it's like, obviously, that's worse than, saying queer. No one's, like, sitting here being like, oh, yeah, no, queer is just as bad. No, they're literally hyper-focusing on her saying the N-word. So obviously that proves the point of the N-word being worse than queer. Like, I don't know. It's whatever. They proved their point the most autistic way possible. But yeah, it's awful.
context excuses the things that Sai has said. Even if you're pretending to be someone who is racist, lowering yourself to that standard by saying what they would say doesn't make you any better than the person you are trying to debate, especially when you don't even bother censoring the Asian slurs you said as well. Nothing stopped you from putting placeholders or abbreviations to represent the words you were trying to say. In Gax's second video about me, he randomly brings up a tweet about a cuck art of Silver, Whisper, and Tangle from Sonic the Hedgehog. I made a quote tweet of the art saying that it was thinly disguised homophobia. I was not aware at the time that the art was made as a reference to a Friday Night Funkin' drawing. The replies I got to that tweet were filled with transphobia, which is why I left this tweet.
Yeah, you called them all like bigots or pedophiles or both. That was like master deflection. Yeah. Like, awesome stuff happening.
Most of the replies were from transphobic Sonic accounts and Sonic accounts centered around porn of the underage characters. I don't really understand why Gax put this in the video as some sort of gotcha. It's not that big of a deal. Was my tweet dumb and unnecessary? Absolutely. Hence why I deleted it along with the rest of my Twitter. It just feels like this was only included to pad out the runtime. It has become so evident to me that—
because it's a fucking mental thing to say.
I don't know. Like, do you admit it's a mental thing to do? That's why you deleted it. You're then shocked that it got criticized. I'm confused what the problem is. Problem?
Yeah, problem? It's like, rats! They got screenshots! Fuck! Yeah, it's like, okay.
Gax has very little substance on things that I have done, so he needs to include stuff like this. You could use that time to give actual mature criticisms and arguments about my actions online, but instead you need to reach with tweets that do not matter in the slightest. It shows how desperate you are to try and expose me. The next main claim he makes is really stupid. He brings up my issues with the scene in Hazbin Hotel of Sir Pinchas being dragged away and implied to be raped for laughs. He then tries to say that I'm a hypocrite because I laughed at a similar joke while playing GTA San Andreas on my stream. And the clip he shows is me clearly uncomfortable with the scene and laughing because Nuggies, who was in the call and stream at the time, played the fucking Derma teacher noise sound effect.
Fuck you! Look at that! You just walk in and you just go like...
Oh, baby, please, no! Please, baby, no!
Okay, that sound. This literally happens in the clip that he shows, and he still tries to act like I was laughing at the rape scene. When I saw this part in the video, it basically proved to me that he is not interested in being honest and instead wants to spin whatever narrative he wants. The last thing I want to mention of this video is that he also repeats a common false claim about me that I helped bully Hazbin fans who related to Angel Dust off the site. His evidence, if you can even call it that, is his source, which is just a Discord message from a censored account.
No, unironically, I thought that was really fucking stupid of like JXC to include. You don't just like throw in testimony, you just basically like say, yeah, no, yep, they pretty much, they kind of did this too from what I'm hearing. Little birdie told me. It's like, you don't do that. You don't.
Hey, a little birdie told me that you raped kids.
Hey!
It must be true.
Stop it.
And it's the thing, right? If it was also, I don't know if this might be a bit of a stretch, if this message was one of the people who was giving them like screenshots and stuff, you know, it could very easily be malicious. Yeah. But, you know, we don't have a confirmation of that, but, you know, it's not a good sign.
Yeah, they decided to remain anonymous. It's so evil, but yeah. Fuck it, dude. Anyways, continuing. This video is almost done.
Funny enough, this is the same type of evidence that Hazbin fans get mad about when it comes to claims against VivziePop, but if it's with me, then I guess that's okay. He does show a screenshot that is meant to be evidence of me bullying an artist by the name of Vanilla Brown Sugar off Twitter for their drawing of Val Angel art. This tweet wasn't even in reference to Nilla. There is no evidence that it was related to Nilla. I have never spoken to Nilla before or after what happened. They have me blocked on Blue Sky even before this happened, and their Twitter account is deleted, not privated. Nilla getting harassed off Twitter for their art is horrible, and I do not condone it in the slightest. I have never been okay with people harassing or attacking others for shit like this, and it disappoints me that so many people believe the screenshot that wasn't even related to Nilla, simply because they need any sort of ammunition against me. With that being said, the one screenshot that Gax does show in the video that I will take accountability for is when I told a person in my comment section that the way they were coping with their abuse was unhealthy. That was not my call to make, and it was wrong of me to judge them for their coping mechanism in the way that I did, and I apologize for that. Gax, I know these type of videos are easy to make, and I know you want to be this edgy commentary channel.
For real, reading a few of them just makes me want to murder an 8-year-old with the rusty pipe.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is peak.
It's not even edgy. It's just like it's just a regular tweet, bro. Like... Fucking
Dude.
Christ.
God. Dude, this is mental, bro. That's fucking mental.
And be an asshole online, but you could at the very least verify the claims you receive and know who you are getting it from. That's just my suggestion. Take it or leave it.
Conclusion.
I've eaten a lot of shit on this topic for a while, and I'm way too exhausted to keep dealing with stuff like this. If you walk away from this video not believing a single thing I said, fine. Believe what you want to believe. But please, for the love of God, leave me and my friends alone. I'm not going to keep getting stepped on. I have a lot of projects that I should be working on right now, but instead I made this. I want to move on from this because I'm too tired of lies and blatant harassment towards myself and my friends. Marco,
A response video just fuels the flame more, though.
Sai, and Gax are all hypocrites.
By saying like, "Oh, leave me alone, please. I've got so many other projects to be working on." People are gonna laugh and just keep doing it, right?
I will say this, right? I understand why they feel pressure to make a response because I mean they did say at the beginning that they were receiving death threats and stuff like that. I think that's fucked. You know, no fucking shit, right? But like, there is also, like you were saying, right? It will fan the flames by making a response. But yeah, I can understand maybe their thought process and why they felt obligated to make a response.
Well, he should have made a song.
Yeah.
Because that'd go down better than a response.
Bro really just said, leave me alone type shit, bro. Dude, this is fucked up. This is actually... Dude, wait, let me try to see what else little bro says.
Liars, and overall undesirable people. They have gone out of their way to try and spin a yarn of false narratives and spread lies. Whether or not you want to believe me is your choice. But the people who are spreading this false information about me have shown themselves to be untrustworthy people. Love me or hate me, nobody is a saint here. I want to get back to making content that I want to make. I've had to carry a lot of this on my chest, and hopefully I can focus once again. I'll see you around. I got a lot to...
Dude, the internet is not a place for you, bro. Like, oh my...
Leave me alone. I've got my own projects to work on, please.
Yeah,
please.
I had to carry this immense weight onto my chest.
Onto my belly.
My big belly.
Shut up.
Bringing it back.
Yeah, taking it back, bro. Fuck. Dude, this is actually messed up, dude.
Cool stuff.
Let's see. I think how we got to go about this, right? It's because... Wait, when was the date of this tweet? July 15th? When was the date of this video? July 27th. We could look at the document last. We could look at the document.
Yeah.
Dude. You see, Limus won, guys. They absolutely fucking owned everybody. Wait, actually, hold on. Do they?
Oh, God. Is it the Black Griffith doc? Ah, okay.
Dude. Platformed a thing by Brony Fando. That's... Yikes. Anyways.
We're so back.
Anyways. Please do not harass anyone mention this video. Please leave us alone. Dude. This is so cringe. But dude, he won. She won, dude. Look at this. She won, Sam. She.
Is she a she?
Yeah, she's a she.
I might have been misgendering them the entire time.
As you usually do, but you know.
Not intentionally. I'm also paying attention to their fucking like pronouns and on their little section about like GXA. I was more worried about the fact they were complaining about like being called Asperger's.
But you see something though, Sam.
Yeah, go on.
Gax got owned. We got to see how they handle the heat.
Also, do you want me to message him?
Probably not. We'll see. We'll see if it's worth it.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Because if we're gonna just watch the video, well, I don't know how much use it will be, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to see them owning up to the mistakes.
True. But it would also be funny to have a little foreign man in here.
Lol. No.
True, and I would be curious to know
Include
if
our
those
sequel-
screenshots, you know, the ones where like they were like, "Oh yeah, trust me, bro," on their takes. I'll
Yeah.
be curious to see if it was who sent it, if they're willing to say.
Well, we can get them in after this. We'll see. There's this in like a document still, so I'm trying to like power through some stuff. But yeah, here we go.
Good news.
Here we go.
On Limus. I hope this will be the last time I talk about them, but seeing how they're acting right now, I really doubt it. I won't be surprised if next month they do something completely stupid again, and I have to make another video clowning them.
Yeah?
What is up, my Arabian homies? It's me, your boy Cax, back again with another video of Slimy Talk. In today's video, we're gonna discuss Limus once again.
you might
Remember
be
Limus?
Arabian.
You know, slime person we made fun of twice in a row. Well, they're back and have made a response video responding to all their controversies, including my 2 videos on them. And they uploaded on their small live channel. Yeah, so instead of posting the response on their main channel, Limus instead chose to respond on their smaller
channel.
But yeah, they have made a response to me, and I'm going to only respond to my section of the video because, well, Limus did make some fair points against me that I will take responsibility for, but they also made some other points that are just straight up bullshit, at least to me.
Oh
So
boy.
without any further ado, grab your snacks, your drinks, and your angel dust gender bent body pillow. Sit back and relax, and let's respond to this absolute masterpiece that is Limus's response video. Play that shit, Gerald.
Oh, dude, that is so. No, that is a leafy bit, bro. That is fucked.
Maybe see, when fucking Limus said about look fucking like Leafy, a Cheeto Turkey Tom clone, I thought, well, you know, just mentioned like the most popular commentators of that niche genre, right? Fucking can't get more original than that. Maybe he was right.
Yeah, dude.
She was right. Sorry.
This is fucked up, but here we go.
Gax is someone I barely interacted with before he made his 2 videos about me, but in those videos, he made claims against me that were hand-fed to him by both Marco Strange and Sai Scribbles, as well as allocations. And I want to jump into some of these because it's kind of shocking just how sloppy his videos are. Gax is a Turkey Tom, Leafy, a Cheeto style commentary channel.
Okay, no, I'm done. Fuck you, Limus. Listen.
Okay. Pressed in real time, yeah?
Too far.
Yeah.
Too far.
Yeah, that...
There are things in this world I can tolerate being labeled as. A Leafing clone is fine, because I'm used to it at this point. A Turkey Tom clone, that's a new one, but I can accept it. But a Cheeto clone? Really? Like, at this point, I would rather be called the most hateful slur than being called a Cheeto clone. Holy hell, what a way to start a response video.
There really is no other way for me to describe him. He made 2 videos about me, talking about the things relating to me. The first one is pretty egregious. Most commentary channels are like that. He's pretty ableist throughout the video, calling me things like a tard with Asperger's or retarded liquefied AIDS.
A condescending 14-year-old tard with Asperger's syndromes, retarded liquefied of AIDS.
Or at least I think that's what he calls me. His mic quality is atrocious.
You know what? Fair enough. I did receive some complaints from the people that were helping me making the first video saying my insults towards Limus was unnecessarily and just plain out toxic, which is fair, and I would like to apologize to you, Limus, if I went too far with the shit I said. However, though, I am not ableist, Limus. Just because I said the word retard or called you a tard with liquefied of AIDS doesn't make me an ableist, despite what you want to claim. I find it very interesting you decided to start off my section by saying that, which is totally not on par with my point in my second video and first video, where I say you try to paint everyone who criticizes you as a bad person. You try to discredit their critiques on you because everyone has to be in the wrong and you always have to be the victim. This is something I want to point out.
In the video, he reiterates a lot of the claims I already talked about, but still gets a lot of details wrong. He says that Vizzypop and her crew were at the convention I went to, when in actuality it was
Okay, I got it wrong, sure, my bad, but my point about you being a weirdo for going to the convention while wearing a cardboard cutout of your PFP as a mask and your Angel Dust video around your neck while having Alex Brightman sign it is still a weird thing to do. Sure, but it's not, like, bad. It's gay.
That's the joke.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's
just you take the piss out of it, don't you? You like you go, what a fucking freak, and then move on. Like, I don't.
Yeah, because like these people are like unironically like, you know, Limus detractors. That's weird to say, but like are like using that as like a genuine critique, and it's just like why?
How? It's just funny. It's just fucking like pathetic, and you make fun of it. Like I don't.
They try to frame them as like a creep, somebody who was like causing issues for everyone else, ruining other people's good times and shit like that. Like they make crazy stretches. Like it's fucking bizarre, but yeah.
2 or 3 voice actors from the show. Vivzy wasn't there. He mentioned some new ones, which I'm going to talk about. He says that my reaction to Sai's community being transphobic is ridiculous because nobody would know what my preferred pronouns are by clicking on my account. but not before making a joke about how many made-up pronouns there are because these people only have one joke. He tries to show a screenshot to prove this, but he leaves out the fact that if you click on my YouTube account, my pronouns are literally the first thing you see next to my channel name. He's just being disingenuous.
Okay, before anyone says anything, I have triple-checked this fact. I have checked on my phone, iPad, and laptop, and after asking my friends around about this, I've come to the conclusion that the area I'm living in, aka the region, has probably blocked this feature for me. You know, the
That's fucking insane.
War-torn, let's say, well, going to be a dictatorship within the next 5 years. Foreign country. So are we shocked now?
feature that
Can't
allows you to see
believe the
pronouns on
geopolitical climate's a point. That's fucking hilarious.
YouTube. Yeah, I probably don't have that feature because it's blocked. Because I tried looking for it, did not find it. I double-checked everywhere. This feature, it looks like it doesn't exist, or me. I just love how Limus just assumes I'm lying for some reason. Why would I lie about that? That is so, like, I don't know.
Why would someone assume it's a geographical glitch, though? Like,
Yeah,
like,
that's so specific.
Who would assume your country hates pronouns, bro?
like to be fair, right? Like, it's like, it just looks like you're lying there. Like, I think that's a reasonable conclusion to come to. I mean,
Arabian man, his government must have suppressed it. Okay.
like, yeah, of course, Limus is not gonna think that. You fucking mental? That's awful.
Logic here, I can't see it. Maybe it's me, I'm dumb, but it just, the logic isn't logical, okay? Why would I lie about you not having your pronouns on YouTube? This doesn't make any sense.
He then tries to defend Sai's racist messages by saying they are out of context, ironically showing very little context to my conversation history with Sai. I already mentioned what the context was. Sai was trying to correct someone on them thinking that the N-word is not as bad as the word queer, and she does it by just flat out saying it along with Asian slurs. I don't see how that's supposed to prove a point. And again, I've said before that no amount of context excuses the things that Sai has said. Even if you're pretending to be someone who is racist, lowering yourself to that standard by saying what they would say doesn't make you any better than the person you are trying to debate, especially when you don't even bother censoring the Asian slurs you said as well. Nothing stopped you from putting placeholders or abbreviations to represent the words you were trying to say.
Okay, so in my first video on Limus, I did say, oh, Sai censored the word, so therefore it's okay. Which, looking back at it, it's one of my weakest points in the video, so yeah, I'm gonna take the L here, as it did seem like a very shitty thing on my part. I was trying to use this as an example to demonstrate how Limus cannot handle criticism, and whenever someone tries to criticize her, she would do this mental gymnastics thing where she tries to discredit the person that is being critical of her to make them look bad and her look better. Which, I gotta say, it's something she's also doing in this response video. I'm just saying, man. Anyways, let's just continue watching this video.
In Gax's second video about me, he randomly brings up a tweet about a cuck art of Silver, Whisper, and Tangle from Sonic the Hedgehog. I made a quote tweet of the art saying that it was thinly disguised homophobia. I was not aware at the time that the art was made as a reference to her Friday Night Funkin' drawing. The replies I got to that tweet were filled with transphobia, which is why I left this tweet. Most of the replies were from transphobic Sonic accounts and Sonic accounts centered around porn of the underage characters. I don't really understand why Gax put this in the video as some sort of gotcha. It's not that big of a deal. Was my tweet dumb and unnecessary? Absolutely. Hence why I deleted it along with the rest of my Twitter. It just feels like this was only included to pad out the runtime.
Gee, I wonder why I, Gax, brought up this tweet of you being rude to someone over a piece of Sonic art. I wonder what was the context as to why I brought this tweet up. And since you wouldn't give the context as to why I brought this tweet up, I'll do it for you. Anyways, I want to expand more on this point a bit further while also providing more examples of Limus being a bit of a sensitive little bit. Example uno. About a while ago, an artist posted this fan art relating to Sonic. And Limus saw this post and quoted it by saying, thinly disguised homophobia in the form of ship art. Love to see it. Which is a very strange thing for them to say over a piece of art with a funny blue hedgehog man. Then again, I'm not that big into Sonic, nor do I know that much about the lore and the characters that well. So if you guys know the context behind this piece of art and why Limus is offended over this, feel free to comment down below. The reason as to why I brought this tweet up is to show / support my point of you being sensitive over the dumbest things ever. And this tweet was the strongest example I could provide. I find it interesting you dismiss the context of my point and make it seem like I brought this up as to quote-unquote hinder the runtime, which is not only wrong but also disingenuous of you, my slime fellow.
It has become so evident to me that Gax has very little substance on things that I have done, so he needs to include stuff like this. You could use that time to give actual mature criticisms and arguments about my actions online, but instead you need to reach with tweets that do not matter in the slightest. It shows how desperate you are to try and expose me. The next main claim he makes is really stupid. He brings up my issues with the scene in Hazbin Hotel of Sir Pinchas being dragged away and implied to be raped for laughs. He then tries to say that I'm a hypocrite because I laughed at a similar joke while playing GTA San Andreas on my stream. And the clip he shows is me clearly uncomfortable with the scene and laughing because Nuggies, who was in the call and stream at the time, played the fucking Germa teacher noise sound effect.
Fuck you! Look at that!
Please, baby, no! You
Hold
out,
on.
baby, please, no. Please.
Clearly uncomfortable, she says, as her PNG doesn't show anything.
Oh god.
Dude.
PNG. But who?
This-
What point is that, bro? Sorry, what? That is so right.
Oh my
That is the
god.
most right argument ever. Who gives a fuck, Saga? Who cares? Who cares if they being a bit uncomfortable? Bro, imagine that as a critique, bro. Fucking, you'd get touched. What the fuck is that? Fucking actual rape-worthy stuff, bro. What the fuck? Christ, the PG didn't show emotion. Fuck off.
That is such a right
Fucking
point.
fag.
Dude. So what? Okay, what if you just DM the gags if they're busy? We'll definitely have them coming after this video. After this video, after this video. But just ask if they're
I don't
busy.
have them added.
Sam does, or Sam knows. Oh, they're in the server. They're in the server. But, God, anyways. Dude, the PNG was lifeless.
I've got to take a screenshot of that. I've got to take a screenshot of that. I'll save that for a rainy day. I don't even dislike JXC. I think he's an alright person. What the fuck's that point?
Hang on. We can't clip chimp him.
Yeah,
He may have a
let's go back a few seconds.
Walk in and you just go like.
You out. Oh, baby, please, no. Please, baby, no.
Okay, that sounds.
This literally happens in the clip that he showed.
Come on, we can give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
And he still tries to act like I was laughing at the rape scene. When I saw this part in the video, it basically proved to me that he is not interested in being honest and instead wants to spin whatever narrative he wants.
Right.
It basically proved to me that he is not interested in being honest and instead wants to spin whatever narrative.
She was basing on this over a meme that she thinks I know of, which FYI I don't, dude. So you just.
I mean, dude, even in the clip, right? It says, "What was that noise?"
Yeah, but
that's not gas.
Dude, who's that?
That's another freak.
I think it is.
Raven Callie?
No way.
Dude, you're not gonna like this stream, Raven.
Why?
We're calling autistic people retarded.
That's so retarded, dude.
The trans agenda as well.
Yeah. Anyways, dude, fuck me. Dude, okay. Anyways, if you ask one question, Raven, I'm kicking you. I hate people coming in the middle of the film being like, what happened?
I won't.
I won't. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
If he wants.
Right. So when I first saw the clip, I didn't hear the sound at first, but when I was editing my second video, I did notice some kind of sound in the clip. But I just assumed it was from the game, as it was just...
I've never played any... Wait, hold on.
I did notice some kind of sound in the clip, but I just assumed...
I've never played any GTA games except for GTA whenever I go to my cousin's house and I only play...
Why do you care? We don't need that detail. It doesn't matter if you've ever played it or you haven't played it. Why do you need to explain that you only ever played GTA?
So they've never played GTA. Right? They didn't know what the meme was, and they got on them for their PNG, looking not uncomfortable.
Oh god!
You're still in showing up expression.
Dude, fuck me, dude. Sam, I don't think I'm taking this seriously, dude. My emo goober is not showing any, reactions.
Bro, my little cat PFP's not making any sounds or movements, bro. I might be fucked.
Okay, fool me once, says shame. Twice. Okay, you're getting there. Third time. Okay, we'll give him a chance. Maybe he builds up on his point.
You're right. You know, there's still a chance. He's one more explanation from vindication.
Actually, it was from the game, as it was just the sound the guy was making while he was getting beaten up, or like a sound from a whip or something. And just the timing of Limus's laughter couldn't be more unfortunate, as like she was literally laughing as the guy was getting hit.
No! Ow!
Okay, that sound.
And Limus, I'm aware in the same clip you said that sound. At the time, I thought the sound you were referring to was the guy getting hit. As spoiler warning, I have never heard of this meme before or saw it ever. So of course, I didn't know you were referring to that sound. And for you to claim that I was being malicious or trying to push a false narrative based on the assumption that I knew what the sound was, which by the way, I did not, is such fucking bullshit. I understand I made a mistake claiming that you were laughing at an abuse scene, which is now clear that that wasn't the case, and it wasn't my intention to push a false narrative. I just made an assumption based on the receipts I got, which again is my bad, and I'm sorry for doing so. So yeah, let me just make it clear. Limus did not laugh at the abuse scene as I thought she did. Again, my bad. Let's continue.
The last thing I want to mention of this video is that he also repeats a common false claim about me that I helped bully has-been fans who related to Angel Dust off the site. His evidence, if you can even call it that, is his source, which is just a Discord message from a censored account. Funny enough, this is the same type of evidence that has-been fans get mad about when it comes to claims against VivziePop, but if it's with me, then I guess that's okay. He does show a screenshot that is meant to be evidence of me bullying an artist by the name of Vanilla Brown Sugar off Twitter for their drawing of Val Angel art. This tweet wasn't even in reference to Nilla. There is no evidence that it was related to Nilla. I have never spoken to Nilla before or after what happened. They have me blocked on Blue Sky even before this happened, and their Twitter account is deleted, not privated. Nilla getting harassed off Twitter for their art is horrible, and I do not condone it in the slightest. I have never been okay with people harassing or attacking others for shit like this, and it disappoints me that so many people believe the screenshot that wasn't even related to Nilla, simply because they need any sort of ammunition against me.
Yeah, so in my original video, I presented this claim as nothing more than an allegation, which is why I said the following in my second video. Before I end this section off, I want to bring one final thing about this topic, and you might have to take it with a grain of salt, as I don't have that much evidence about it, but it's still a very important thing to bring up because it's very concerning. So I have gotten many reports from my sources where they claim that Limus has harassed and bullied a victim of SA because happened to relate to Angel Dust, which is very concerning. Considering Limus has condemned Alava Boss and Has Been Hotel fans for going after Jaden, the OP who made the thread where they were trying to—
I swear to God, Sam, if they used a dog pack excuse of it, well, I said it was an allegation.
Well, I think allegedly.
Yeah, I've actually... I'm gonna crash
I mean, you already have, so...
crash out.
I said
dude.
allegedly, so
something.
nothing's wrong.
Yeah, you're touched.
saying that the fans were being incredibly toxic to Jaden, which, again, yeah, fair take. But then again, Limus, if that's the case, then how do you explain your behavior with SA victims? Because I'm noticing that you would either get into arguments with them over your Angel Dust video, or that you allegedly bully them because they don't agree with you about Angel Dust, or they happen to relate to Angel Dust. However, though, given the context Limus has provided, now I realize that perhaps I was wrong for saying this, and since I don't have any concrete proof to counter this, I will just say my bad, and that this is a definite L on my part. So, again, sorry, Limus. Let's move on.
Yes.
Wait, wait, no, the context is your video.
My bad. Whoopie doop.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
There was no context added. It was just.
I did.
I did. I'm so sorry, but like, if you're presented with like evidence you can't confirm, it's so much that you really shouldn't run it. That's just like basic YouTube 101.
Yeah, so did Gax say anything to you or no?
Nothing. He's offline.
Yeah, we might not
These
get
type of videos are easy to make, and I know you want to be this edgy commentary channel
What the point of bringing this tweet out?
and be an asshole online. But you could at the very least verify the claims you receive and know who you are getting it from. That's just my suggestion. Take it or leave it.
I appreciate the advice, and FYI, it would have been easier for me to verify the receipts if you hadn't deleted your Twitter. Like, it made it 10 times harder for me to find the contacts of the screenshots
still
I
not
got
your
before some of you guys comment saying, "Oh, why didn't you just message her on Blue Sky?" Gee, I would...
okay.
Fucking
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Wonder why. And also, I still stand by this tweet. Those Tommy Innit stands are filthy little parasites. I personally think we should round them all up and shove them into a gas chamber. So that was Limus's response video to all of their dramas. Was it good? No. While they did make fair points against me, Sai Scribbles, and fucking Marco Strains, there were so many parts of this video where it just came off as wrong to me, like where Limus talked about the Sonic tweet I used in my video. Without playing the clip or providing context as to why I brought it up, it felt like Limus was purposely obscuring the context of my actions and tried to frame me as a, how did Limus say it again?
Marco, Sai, and Gax are all hypocrites, liars, and overall undesirable people.
Yeah, that. Like, I get
Okay.
being upset at me for making a bunch of bullshit claims, which, again, it was wrong of me to do, and I'm still sorry for it. That doesn't really negate the other critiques I made towards Limus in my 2 videos. One of them being Limus keeps playing victim and paints the person that's being critical of her as
This is exactly like this exactly right here is what I always talk about with like muddying the waters. See, Limus, I could already tell was like disingenuous. They did exactly what I always said like people would do in their position. They would take the weakest point or the obvious lies or the fumbles from like the critics and just frame it like that's their only points to make everything about them look like bullshit. When that's just simply not the case. Limus did that exactly to a T and just made everyone look like an idiot because they fucked up a couple times. It's really gay. That's why you shouldn't do that at all. But here we are. Here we are.
Yeah.
We got 3 minutes and 27 seconds left of this video. Fuck.
morally bad. I mean, think about it. The only clips Limus ever plays of me, or Sai Scribbles in this case, is when we're either insulting her or just, in her words, being quote-unquote problematic. Didn't play the clip of me bringing up the Sonic tweet or provide any context as to why I brought it up, and just claim I only brought it up as a way to pander the runtime. There are several points in this video where Limus is just either obscuring context, framing me, Sai, or Marco as malicious or untrustworthy, or just straight up
How
playing
small
victim.
is
And
this
on that note,
situation?
I'd like to bring up 2 final.
Well, the video has over 8,000 views. This person just responded to it
shit.
earlier. Well, it's not that big. Well, but
Okay, but
fucking Christ.
no, but like the difference between the like video at the time on the screenshot and this, I just
Yeah.
thought it was so much smaller than it is.
yeah, things grow as time passes.
Yeah.
No way,
Yeah,
really?
Time.
Like
Yeah.
my belly.
That's insane. You learn something new every day.
Things before I close this matter with Limus. One, yes, I did issue an apology towards Limus, but she rejected it. So,
Wait,
things
I wanna
before I
read
close
your
this matter with
apology.
Limus. One, yes, I did issue an apology.
Hey, Limus, I just want to say
Oh.
that I finished watching your video, and while I don't agree with some of the things you said about me, you did pick fair points against me, and that I will take accountability for when I drop my response video. But let me just say, I'm sorry if my 2 videos unintentionally caused more harassment towards you. That was never my intention, and I do hope you're doing well mentally. Apology not accepted. Okay. Okay, then.
Okay then.
Touched.
Towards Limus, but she rejected it. So, just before you Limus supporters claim I didn't apologize to Limus or even issued one, please note that I did issue an apology, but she rejected it, which is in her right to do, and I understand. 2. I noticed something strange when I was responding to one of the comments in Limus's video. I saw this comment where it claims that I treated Limus bad, to which I responded by asking how exactly am I treating Limus bad. I responded by saying that my 2 videos on Limus was filled with surface level critiques and blatant lies, and I chose to respond by asking this person if they even saw my
I think we're moving it's a whole other problem altogether. What the fuck is this?
videos, or
Wait,
just we're going off by what Limus is saying.
How
You
does
know what's
Limus
the
know about
funniest
that
part
person?
about this?
Pokemon.
Once I posted this comment and went to check on it, it was gone. So I made another one, and again, it was gone, which led me to 2 possibilities. Either A, YouTube is for some reason deleting my comment, which I really doubt it, because there's nothing on it that would make YouTube want to delete it in the first place, which leaves us with option B. Limus deleted it. Why? Not entirely sure. Maybe because Limus doesn't want her viewers to doubt her and disbelieve by what she's
I wish
saying
it was
without
Dexter
any further
music.
context, or maybe she just doesn't like me, which, I mean, it's valid enough. So with that being said, this will be my final video on Limus, as this whole situation has run its course. Before I end this video off, I just want to say a couple of things. One, I was wrong about Limus harassing SA victims, so please do not use this allegation against her, as it's proven to be false. 2, point I made about Limus laughing at the abuse scene from GTA was also wrong. And number 3, still wrong about Brandon Rogers. I'm sorry, but I am dying on this hill until Jaden comes back with the actual proof that isn't badly cropped out screenshots or blurred accounts. I will keep singing this tune until I'm dead or when Tommy Innit shaves that sorry ass of a beard. With that being said, thank you all for watching this video. Hope you
He
guys
said that
enjoyed.
off, by the way. So.
Oh, wow, you're cooked. Oh.
If you did, make sure you smash the like button, and if you are a new viewer here who likes this type of content, then make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Hope you guys are having a great day, night, whatever time is in your time zone, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!
Fucking base foreigner.
So,
Dude. So, how are we feeling?
Saudi
I have no
Arabia
fucking
doesn't.
clue.
Saudi Arabia doesn't like problems. Learned this.
Well, I don't think realistically on screen that he showed too much emotion through the stuff that he was putting on screen. So I'm gonna rate this video as, like, 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Dude, that's actually fucking evil, though. Dude, how could you... That's actually fucked... Oh, hold up. Hold up. Dude, I just got some
Wait, what's up?
epic art, dude.
Well,
Made your avatar more expressive, dude. I look like I'm evil, dude. I'm evil.
oh my god,
We already knew
that's
that.
fucked.
dude. I have a
The
blue
freak
tongue.
space.
Dude, this is
Yeah, what?
ontologically
What in the
evil.
Noma Chow?
Hey,
Oh,
stop
dude.
it. That's hurtful.
That is Noma's coded.
Noma's coded.
Nobody asked.
Dude.
Immediately start touching kids.
But no, I would like to. How do you word it? I don't know, because they were saying how after their first video, people who got like, if you're saying what you're saying, what happened is, if people who gave them the resources for the first video were annoyed that they didn't include certain points,
Well, they
and then
outright
they
say that in
decided
the
to add it in the second. Okay, I got a bit wires crossed, but then right, it feels like this is a lot more just other people's points thrown into that second video, which were then critiqued, for example.
Yeah.
I think that was really stupid. I think it also coincides with the use of the stuff provided with those censored Discord messages. Again, I don't know if it's any of the people that help, provide the resources, or it's just a random, nobody. But
well, what we do know is that they reference specific people like Sai and like that other guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that
Listen,
two people.
I'm being good faith, okay?
But I'm
I'm
just going off of his own words.
Yeah, I won't take. I'm not gonna sit here and just because I don't like Sai say that it's
his own
banned.
words.
But it's one of them.
Oh,
but I can't prove it.
It's a
where?
No, buddy. They're all mad. It was a collective anger, mob mentality.
Yeah.
All right. The fans were begging for more.
Yeah.
Now,
blame the audience.
We're about to get into something really cool. Reminder to everyone that Limus is a creep who has minors in her server and doesn't keep sexual topics from them, and her only response was to essentially go, nah, and play dumb. Alright, here we go. CW, adults discussing sexual content within the presence of minors, mentions of SA, rape, abuse, panic attacks, NSFW, and suggestive art and images. This is also going to be the image heavy, lots of scrolling. Sorry, mobile users. Dude, it's so over. Hold on.
Oh, I'm scared already. Do you want to pre-read that one section labeled NSFW imagery?
I've already seen this document.
Okay, good.
Yeah. LimusTSlime is a YouTuber, Twitter, and Blue Sky artist and moderator of their own Discord server. They're extremely outspoken about the many things they hate or don't vibe with. From media to ships to anthro art in public, they're seemingly hyper-vigilant, about protecting children from potentially offensive content. However, one look into their server with children as young as 13 to 14 shows that they are, at the very least, a hypocrite who doesn't seem to care about exposing kids to adult themes, specifically stating wanting to be a safe space for children, or teenagers. The majority of these logs came from the channel's set called Fictional Character Simpery. Mind you, all of these channels are readily accessible to everyone, as there is only one role the general population of the server has. There are no channel restricted or made by the way from my eyes of literal children. This will become important later. All of the logs showcased here are available for children to see on the server. There's no designated 18+ sections, and any inappropriate context within the server is freely available for minors to see. And one of the minors who Limus had heavily interacted with still maintains contact. While Limus did make the server 18+ as of July 16, 2025, she still interacts with a 14-year-old who is mentioned later in the doc. Then we got Horny on Main. This is a cool title. 236 pages, by the way. I am just gonna power through
200.
Yeah, that's a big number.
Yeah.
First, there's Limus' discussion of horniness around children, in particular being horny in the general and simp channel, despite multiple times yelling at the server to tone it down, yet continued doing it themselves. Remember that these channels have no age restrictions, and children can easily access them. Limus, acting like I'm sex negative for saying that. If only they knew just how freaky I am when it comes to fictional xenomorphs. Yeah, they like Alien from
This
Alien.
makes All
Why
the
do they like
alien
xenomorph?
fans look
Well,
horrible.
to be fair, I guess they've got the extra, like, little. But that's mental.
Ulysses, yeah, you should have seen my alien isolation stream. I unlocked a hidden sex scene with the xenomorph.
Oh my god.
Literally, I just wish people could leave her alone and not treat her like a sex symbol.
Average class Raven stream.
What?
Bit of both. Ulysses, you should have seen my alien isolation stream.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, this is the context of this, I think. No, I didn't, but it wouldn't have been cool if I did. That would have been peak. Some xenomorphocy. Nice.
What?
Nice.
Uh...
Hyperfixations. Oh, this is allowed, but not general grievousy. Okay, Cornbog. Grievousy is a robot. The xenomorphocy is a cyborg. Yes. Cyborg or robot, it's still metal.
Are
Sex.
they having an argument over consent with robots?
No.
Okay then.
Mogged. Oh my fucking god. Some sex jokes and scenes are insanely forced that I just cringe. Okay. We need more Harvester-style sex jokes /J.
What?
And then we got a xenomorph gif, another xenomorph
It's a
gif.
queen. It's a drone. That's the Covenant alien.
I still think the biggest sin is that they're a WWE fan.
Yeah.
That's proper pedophilia behaviour.
No, the issue is I'm a WWE fan.
Oh, that's proper pedophilia behaviour, like I said.
Dude.
Thank you, Sam.
Watch me gets torn into pieces and melted with acid. Rip. Can't wait to draw a xenomorph in a maid dress. Why, it's not the worst hear me out I've seen. My friend said Godzilla. My boyfriend's in love with Godzilla. He calls him Pookie. Also, to be fair, have you seen the hips on Godzilla?
What's like corny on man? This is corny on man.
Then we got Limus art. Made it in a maid dress. The perfect organism, but even more perfect. See, this is pretty cool stuff. This is actually kind of family friendly and wholesome.
Yeah.
This wasn't posted in the Discord server for what I'm gathering though.
I think that's a Tumblr account.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a Tumblr account.
Yeah, so. Oh my goodness gracious. Dead. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Xenomorph Queen Slay. Dead. Death Claws
Christ.
are hot. Dead.
Oh god.
Major enemies in the Fallout series are mutated Jackson's chameleons.
Dude,
They're like,
I don't need the law.
yeah, I don't care about that. Big hear me up. Yeah. Oh yeah, they also like Oscar for Fortnite, by the way, Sam.
Oh, yeah, you told me about
Oh,
that.
fucking Christ.
Fortnite? Grr. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not jacking off to it.
yeah, this is starting to definitely cross the line a little bit too, because pants are unzipped, and that starts getting the suggestive content.
Crazy.
Yeah. Ah, man. Yeah.
Yeah?
We got this. Damn, Gallo down. Awooka. Can't wait to stream the Watch Dogs. I need Big Boss in my life. I love him so much. Same with Solid Snake. Big titties. Me when Rouge, cool. Wholesome.
Okay.
Rouge is pretty cool. Smash. Limus only sims for Serpentious, a character with canonical snake genitalia. What? Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I want to be a part of them
Did
so
not know that.
yeah, nice.
Why do we know this?
I wanted to be a part of them so bad as a kid, just because the hood looks so cozy. They are so real for this. What the fuck is
I'm
this?
an emo. I think that's
Sims.
Oh, what's it called? No. It's a fucking Kingdom Heart, isn't it? It's the like Final Fantasy people.
You're actually touched as Grim Reaper.
Oh, you're
from
touched.
Sims
Actually.
4, so.
Wee.
Character. Okay. My gay ass loves this woman. I'm literally so in love with her own. Wrench my beloved. Why did they cake him up? Because he needs to be caked up. The sexual tension between him and Leon. Arrgh. My BBG
no.
from ZZZ. Ah, love him. And then, yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yep. I drew this a couple months ago. Yeah,
Oh,
Kenobi.
fucking Christ.
Hey,
It's
you fuck with the
it's
Sam?
time to abandon. Is it time to abandon ship?
I mean, look, there is more than two hands there. But that's crazy. Who looks at General Grievous and gets a hard on?
Oh,
Apparently them.
I'm so glad I hadn't opened my can of Monster yet, because I would have spit that shit all over my room, by the way. I laughed. It's actually one of my favorite drawings. Of course it did. I don't know what it is, but half the time a woman I meet is a Star Wars fan. They either simp for Grievous or they go for someone basic like Rex or Obi-Wan. I remember I got a comment on the TikTok I posted of it saying, "You are way too good at drawing that pose. It's concerning." I can see why. Funny ass comment though. Oh my god. Do you think they've explored each other's bodies? Dad, lovely. They're so unapologetically gay, dude. It's over. The jump scare this notive gave me. Oh yeah, that out of context would make me go. He looks so scared. And we got True. Hit the jackpot at second of it dead. Yeah.
Is that a body pillow?
Hopefully.
That's grim.
Oh, it is.
He's so beautiful. Whoa. This is pretty cool.
Wait, they're posting NSFW or like lewd One Piece art? Tisk tisk, buddy.
Actually, we can't tell if it's One Piece. We need to zoom in.
It is. It says
No,
piece in there.
we need to zoom in.
Okay.
Get to the bottom of this.
Okay, you horny fucker.
Dude, what
Don't
is...
cat I was watching.
What the fuck? Dude, isn't this from like Imaginary Friends or like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends or whatever? The fuck is...
Yeah, of course you know that.
It's a kid's show.
Yeah, of course you know that.
Yeah, I watched it when growing
You heard
up.
kids and was like, yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid. Yeah, anyways.
Cope.
Girl boss!
Deflection.
Yeah, I'm questioning my sexuality. Why that waist so snatched? Damn! She's asking to be praised.
She's asking for it, is what you're saying, buddy.
These people... Why are people... Oh, dude. Nah, you cannot be that down bad in my chat, bro. Zoom in! Zoom in now!
That's
Dude,
crazy.
You gotta chill. You gotta chill, okay?
Yellow color as well. Cool. Yellow.
Lol. Dude. Okay. Weird. Femboy, Angel, and Robot. Ultra kill.
Oh, that's Soldier Killer.
Lol. Keep the images PG, everyone. Carbon-based life form turning off the life support of a carbon cringe life form. They can't breathe in our atmosphere due to iconic bonds. That being said,
Fucking nerd.
yeah, Pumpkin Rapid can still get it. Yeah?
Yeah? Okay.
I've seen so many people say stuff like this, like, on my life, people are down bad for him. Yeah. Everyone, hey guys, what do you think about this comic Bruce Wayne? Whoa, hot. You fool, I have several alternative. I fucked your wife, Eggman. Maria. Why is Sonic on the same line as villain line? My fave is when the devil from the Bible shows up. Dude. Oh yeah, they're just making more references to this. Yeah. Dan Mora Superman. He was shirtless? Dude, no wonder why Ant was sweeping for him earlier. Fucking
Yeah.
hell. I know no one's gonna get
Throw
that. Yeah, no.
I believe it.
Wowza. Anyways. Yo. I have a question. Your kit showed that it's a PG server. Sorry. Fuck is that? It's a woman on a flag.
Who?
It's just a woman. She's not naked. Oh, alright. Yeah, she's not naked, you say? Maybe we should zoom in to get the analysis. No, but no, it's like,
Okay, dude.
she's not naked at all. But she's just in bikini. It isn't suggestive either, lol. I don't really care for it or hate it. But what was your question? Well, I see where you're coming from, though, so... Just being safe than sorry. Do character designs matter to writing? Alright, okay. Blaming all older adults for the action of one. Why do you, as an adult, want to purposely be surrounded by people younger than you? I shouldn't have to say this time and time again, but there are minors in this server. Please keep the simping in this channel. SFW. Last time I let a 30-year-old join this server. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's in reference to the other guy. his name was.
Yeah. CM Punk spitting straight facts. All
Shut
while,
up.
yeah, all while he is bloody and having a torn tricep. Please keep images on this server PG as safe for work and non-suggestive. Thank you. This is cool. What the fuck is Lio doing? Dude,
That's crazy.
It's awful.
Did he get a new job?
Yeah. Well, whoa, what are you doing to that pole? Yeah. Yeah. Audion from Skyrim. Yikes. This one's on their public Twitter, right? We want to talk about sex, but we're not allowed. Now, this person, right? This is where I think it gets a little disingenuous. This person's allegedly 14, right? They say, I love it.
Uh-huh.
Right? But, like, that's... They posted something publicly on Blue Sky, and they happened to interact with it. That's not Limus, like, luring a minor to their tweet. It's a public...
Yeah.
It's a public post.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about Blue Sky, so I don't know way to like limit access, if that makes sense.
Either way, though, it's still like a public post.
Yeah, I get the point. I get the point.
Let's see. The person above, what they call the Lamb PFP, is 14 years old. This may be a song lyric, but this isn't appropriate for a 14-year-old. All right. Who is also a regular in the server. Uh-oh. To be commenting on this child was the same one in the sex bike toy conversation. Pay attention to this person, as their presence will become important later on. Because, like, I don't know, right here, it's a public account. They don't engage with the 14-year-old, and I don't think there's any evidence that they actually engage with the 14-year-old in their server either. It's a little weird, but we'll see. Let's talk about Nicole being attractive. Okay. Seeing on characters from shows is weird, even if they're adults. Like wow, Krat's 5 years old. Watch that show. I understand if it was, like, a show that was made for 13-year-olds, but a show that was made for 5-year-olds, that's kind of weird. I do love the Wild Kratts, though. Biggest childhood inspiration. What's weird about it? And then we got the Yaoi saga. The same 13, now 14-year-old. Yeah, Cult of the Land, PFP, yep, who asked what Yaoi was in server's response, which was just not great. Limus themselves didn't step in until damage was done. The conversation should have been shut down immediately, yet one of the server members kept the conversation going despite others trying to move on. Basically, Yaoi is the anime manga term for gay male romance stories. I'm so confused. What is it? Just tell me. I've probably seen worse. Honestly, I don't know why it was implied with the bad connotation. It's not really appropriate for the server. That's really all Yaoi's romance stories involving two men in the manga space. Think of it as gay love stories with more mature themes. What is Yaoi? Not answering that. Huh? Well, MLML. Is it something bad? No, but yes, but no, depends. I think it appeared at a bad time. I don't know much about it. Not always. You're too young to know that. Lol. Going to open up and get a tab and look it up sounds like something that would give me malware. Mostly anyways. It's just love non. If anything, if you associate it with automatically mature, no, do not. Okay. Subjects, that's on you. I will be honest. I think we should change the subject, guys. It's quite literally just manga romance stories between two people, the male sex, that's all it is. I wouldn't recommend if you want to sleep well tonight. Okay. Lol. Yeah, tell them not to open it. How was y'all's Thanksgiving? Why are you all exaggerating like Japanese queer stories? We don't celebrate, so it seems very Eurocentric. I see. Do you have a good day yesterday? Because Google's fucked up and it'll probably show the bad side, not good. The internet has an interesting view on what they think Yaoi is. Yeah, every day is great. Dude. Okay, yeah. Dude, just tell them to... Fuck me, dude. Guys, drop the topic. Sorry. Yeah. Why bring up Yaoi at all? I mean, the kid asked, lol, I think. I guess no, someone would have had to bring it up naturally, I guess. Shouldn't even be discussed if you're not going to talk about it further. It shouldn't have been brought up, period, along with SA.
Dude, all they had to do was just say, yeah, Yaoi, say, it's just, gay romance. That's all they needed to say and then move on.
Yeah. Let's see. Because realistically, right? I'm not gonna look at all of this, bro. We'll get into this, right? Actually, I like this stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did I take that out of context, or is that what you meant? Oh, the bird lad. Yeah, because I just talked about like the titmouse, which is like a type of bird, right?
Okay.
Which I think is kind of dumb. But then there's this one person that said, "Oh, I thought we were talking about boobs." Yeah, good to know. Also a bird. I thought we were talking about boobs. The same 14-year-old in the above pics. Dude, it's gay. But yeah, literally, they're cute as fuck. Yeah, they were talking about the bird. I don't know. This is kind of dumb. My second favorite kind of tit. Nice one, Limus.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go to NSFW. The next case in point, posting a very NSFW image, even though she says she doesn't like it, you're still posting it for children to see. Limus, Near Automata has an incredible story, and they ruined it by cramming fan service down your throat. These people are not human.
I'm sorry, I just tabs Kendrick versus Drake.
Yeah, it's just because the not like us jokes, and it's like, you shouldn't be making
Okay.
these jokes in the server. It's stupid. Disagree. God forbid someone looks like an actual person. Well, thank you for the zoom in. I was gonna actually ask for that. Oh, this is... Wow. This is not appropriate to post around minors regardless of how you feel about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is what is this shit?
I'm gonna be so for real, like, this is worse than what that other guy posted, the 30-something on the server.
Yeah,
in my opinion, that's a bit more egregious.
How I feel about this right now, though, it's like I don't think it's enough to call Limus a groomer. Or...
No, I think it's a hypocrite.
Yeah, no, you could probably.
I think it's a hypocritical point you could make with it.
Yeah, yeah. I've yet to see tasteful Gooner material in games. I'm not gonna lie. I used to Gooners get banned. I guess that's just an area we got to disagree with. Everyone's standards are different, I guess. Fair. What's your sexuality for reference? I'm bisexual with a lean towards men. Okay. I don't care. Now this part, right? I think that this should not be in a 13+ server. Yeah, sure. Right, there's no explicit nudity, so there's not going to be there. But like, even for an educational context, right, this should not be in the server, I would say. Because like, middle schoolers are not like trying to draw stuff like this.
Yeah, exactly. This is more like traditional art with like more, like, I guess it's more common with like Renaissance painting. I know it's still used modernly, but I still think like that's really shouldn't be shown to kids. Like that's something that's like, I don't know, explained at school. You know?
Yeah.
Not online in a Discord server.
It's over. Because then we got them being held, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, but horny. Yeah, people talking about being horny. Yeah, it's fine to say, yeah, horny, yeah, kissing knives, yeah. That's stupid. Honestly, right. What's gonna just be, right, because I'm not gonna go through all of it, right? What's gonna be is how I feel about this. It's really reckless, stupid, and poor moderation of how I feel, and Limus is just an idiot. I'm not gonna call them a groomer for it. I don't think there's enough, right? Yeah, but I'm trying to think, because I am thinking about just ending soon or whatnot, but it's like how I feel about the document. I don't think Limus is a groomer for it. I think this is all really stupid and reckless, and I know they made their server 18+ now, which I know it wasn't because they're like, you know what, maybe this is a good idea. It was because, you know, they were pretty much pressured into doing so, which, lol. I'm sorry I'm not doing it with a smile on my face, but yeah.
No, I'm sorry, little one.
Yeah, it's kind of evil, but you know what? When did Raven leave, lol? Just never got the notification. But
oh look, I know this is unrelated. Can I do an unrelated topic real quick?
What?
It's actually interesting though. And did you see the update for Australia banning YouTube?
No.
The update. So what they're doing is they are banning 16-year-olds and under from having a YouTube account and having direct access to YouTube. But they're keeping gaming open because apparently talking to online strangers poses less of a risk. So where does grooming happen more? On YouTube or talking to a random 50-year-old man on COD?
I don't know. I'd have to see some charts, Sam.
Ace, I'm asking you because we know you partake in that other stuff.
I've never
no.
played COD.
Depends if the COD player.
That's the thing you want to deny, is it?
Depends if the COD player has a commentary channel.
But half of them do, though.
Dude,
Okay, so they're fucked. Okay.
I don't have a commentary channel.
Yeah.
This is a journalism.
Your art commentary, you're
channel.
worse.
No, this is a journalism documentary channel.
Yeah?
Yeah. I get to the bottom of the news.
You are a bottom, but you don't get to a bottom.
That's what the haters say.
Okay.
That's what Goats told me. So that's that. Yeah, this is totally true.
Yikes. Anyways, as you guys clearly see, Sam lost the debate.
What? No, I was just giving you an update. I found it interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna kill these zombies and then and then just go back to
Playing Terraria.
I just always have it open just in case.
Well.
If I need it type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you never know, because sometimes you could just be having casual conversations and you got to be able to give more stimulation to your audience, so you just hop up Terraria.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Alright, actually I will exit the game now. Okay, so
Lock in.
yeah, I'm gonna look for someone else to raid, because let's be real,
Becca's live.
Beckett doesn't know me.
Yeah?
I don't know Beckett.
You're on his stream. You're his co-host.
No, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Who's live? I could go to Beckett, Rao. I guess Beckett it is, okay. God. Alright, yeah. So thank you guys for coming. Have a great night, fellas. Take care and take it easy. See ya.
Bye, guys.